Hello, beautiful people. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, my honey. I've been missing you, boo. You know you my honey. You can't run away, honey, honey. Oh, sugar, sugar. You were my candy girl. Hey, Watcher Love. Hey, James. Hey, babe. And I will say this. The only thing, that's one of the reasons why American Honey, that I go live at the same time every day because sometimes the notifications don't go out. You get what I mean? So that's why I try to keep that 8:30 time. You know what I mean? Even if I'm just a few seconds or like a minute or two late or whatnot, I try to keep that 8:30 time for that specific reason. Um, that way if the notifications don't go out, y'all know for a fact Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. Charlie's going live. You know what I'm saying? And if I just so happen to do a pop up live or anything like that, you don't get a notification. That happens, and that's why I try to keep my time. You know what I'm saying? So that if the notifications go out, you still know what time. And that's why I ask, like, when Watcher's going to go live later or anybody's going to go live, I try to say it on the morning show. That way people will know to look out for them because sometimes I don't get Watcher's notifications. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I don't get other people's notifications. I'll get certain notifications, and I have all my notifications turned on. Okay. But sometimes YouTube wants to be a dick and it only gives me certain notifications. So, that's why I always try to ask if anybody's going to do a live later so that not only can I know, so I'll be looking out for their channel and sometimes I have to literally there was one day Watcher was doing a live and I had to type in her channel and saw that she was live. And I was like, this is some bull mess. Why didn't I get my notification? You know what I'm saying? And it happens sometimes. Like sometimes I don't get notifications, and sometimes I have to go back and watch people's replays and stuff because I missed the live because I didn't get a notification. I guess because I'm subscribed to so many people and I support so many people that, like, I think what it is, watch, this is what I think. I think when you support so many people like we do, and like American Honey does, and a lot of people do, that sometimes it picks and chooses what notifications it's going to hand to you, like based on where you go the most, right? Or who you just liked. And I think it puts you in that algorithm and takes you out of the other one. And because I support like 5 or 6, 7 different sectors on YouTube, I think it throws me into other algorithms, right? So when I'm heavy supporting in the beef sector, it's going to throw me beef sector people. Y'all hold on just a minute. But so hey TNW logger, I think what happens is when you support like multiple sectors, right? I think when I go like hitting MobTube, it starts because it's not been giving me anybody at MobTube's notifications for some reasons. I've been having to go over there and search channels or watching other people's community walls when they share. Like I am not joking you. I have not been getting notifications at all. And I know for a fact that I am subscribed over there and liked a lot of their stuff. I'm just not getting the notifications for some reason. It's weird. Um, so I think what it does is it throws you into a different algorithm if you support multiple different sectors of YouTube. So like let's say I go into the beef sector and I start liking a bunch of their stuff. Well, it starts recommending me and showing me all the notifications for them. If I go over there to MobTube and do the same thing, it does the same thing. It cuts out my beef sector people and puts in it. I'm like, bro, when I say I want notifications for all of the people, I want notifications for all, not some. Now, there are certain channels that I do have set to some, and those are more like the larger channels, like the gaming channels I watch, or, something like that, right? So I don't watch them all the time. I watch them occasionally. But the people I support, like Watcher, like Mr. Fumble, like Miss Twin Mama, like my Beef Sector peeps, my Mob 2 people, right? Um, I want to get their notifications all the time. So I have those set to all the time. And I believe no matter if you press the all the time or the sometimes, it does it when it wants to. I'm just saying. I think it does it when it wants to. I truly do. Whenever it decides to want to do it, I think it does. Now, I'm going to say this. I have not watched anything on Angel Gotti's channel. I don't go over there. I don't look. I have not watched anything on any of the haters who like to try to call us haters when we're not. None of their channels. Unless somebody points it out to me and says, "Hey, you need to check this out at such timestamp," and blah blah blah. I ain't going over there. I ain't watching because it's not worth my time. I actually have a life. You know what I'm saying? And secondly, I know if it's worth anything, somebody's going to tell me about it because somebody's going to be able to catch it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to be me. I'm just telling you, I ain't watching none of that shit. So if you said something about me, guess what? I don't know about it and I don't care. I protect my peace, baby. I protect my peace. I truly don't give a damn. But for those who actually care and all that other stuff, I think all of y'all are amazing people. And, I know that if it's good enough, somebody's going to clip it anyway, right? If it's good, somebody's going to clip it on their channel, and I'm going to be able to give their channel the click and the view. You know what I mean? So I know if it's good enough, I just go over there and check it out. Am I wrong? How many of y'all don't watch those other things, but you catch the clips? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Now, last night over at my friend Lolo's house, she's a beef sector content creator, but she don't really get a beef. We were having a dirty talk, y'all. We were talking dirty. And we were just cutting up last night, acting silly. It was fun. And y'all probably some of y'all may have seen Lolo in here. I'm not sure. She ain't been over in a minute. She works during the morning times sometimes and whatnot. But we were over there just cutting up and acting silly, and it was fun. See, I go to many different places and know a lot of different people. Now, I don't involve those people in my beefs. I don't involve anybody in my beefs. I don't ask anybody to, involve themselves or whatnot. Now, if we decide to have each other's backs, that's a whole nother story. You know what I mean? But I don't intentionally go out there and go, "Hey, this person's doing this to me. Can you take up my..." No, that makes you weak. You know what I'm saying? When you have to involve other people and ask for backup, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you should be able to handle it yourself. But I will say that I think it is really fucked up when people start attacking innocent people like American Honey, who really don't hit links, or adding them to things like that. She's a subby. Leave the subbies alone. I've been seeing that. Who was it that they said they messed with? Oh, did y'all watch Stiffy's whole thing yesterday? That was hilarious. I was cutting up. I was laughing. Stiffy had me laughing and crying. I swear to God, that was hilarious. Miss Stiffy knows she funny. I like some of those cartoons like that. Like, I like going over when Bambi does her cartoons and watching them. I like when people have creative thought processes, right? And I love the way that Mr. Fumble's fixing to do the thing with the babies. That's hilarious to me. And I like the little thing he added of me where I'm dancing for Jesus. Also, he could have totally said I was the Lady Brenda too. Like, "Oh Lord, she done saw me." You know what I'm saying? Oh Lord. That could have been me too, I will say. You are my sugar. You are my sugar. My honey, honey. I am your sandy girl. Uh-oh. Farm Fred said, American Honey, he thought he was your sugar booger. Oh, Lord. American Honey cheating on everybody. Lord, sweet baby Jesus. Sweet baby Jesus. American Honey, you know everybody love you, girl. See, that's something that I'll never understand though, is when people attack innocent subscribers. Even if they don't agree with you as a content creator, they're just a subscriber. They're not hitting links. They're not literally content creating and whatnot. They're just talking in chat, right? I can understand if you're going back and forth from platform to platform. That's what the beef sector was built on. Beefing, words with each other, going back and forth, right? But also when you take it offline and you start affecting people's families, you start messing with children, you've taken it too far. I believe kids, I've always said this, I'll always say this, and I'll continue to say this. Kids are off limits. Leave the kids alone. I don't care who I'm fighting with. I ain't reaching for your kids. I'm going to reach for you. And I'm going to read you for the facts of your life, not for the children. Now, I will say reading someone's parenting is different than reading the child. You ain't going after the child at that point, right? If you say they're a POS parent, blah, 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 blah. But at least make sure you're telling the truth also. Live roasting is also a thing. And a lot of us I gave this advice to someone. And I don't know if they heard me. I don't know if they, they might thought I was a hater because of this. I don't care. Know thy enemy. If you're going to beef with someone, right? Watch some of their past stuff. Get to know who they are. So you can read them for the facts of their life. You can read them for the truth. Because the truth hurts a lot more than a lie does. Ask anybody here who's been lied on. We laugh at the lies. It don't hurt. It's funny. It's stupid. They're lies. Duh. You know what I'm saying? So it don't really hurt. But when you read somebody for the facts of their life, oh, that's why it hurts. That's why it hurts them. And I know when I did that thing where I was reading those pictures that day, I know I hurt a lot of people's little fifis. And it was in good fun. It wasn't even vicious or malicious. You know what I'm saying? It was not vicious, nor was it malicious. Not meant to be either way. But a lot of people couldn't take words on the internet. Because they're not. Here's the thing. When you notice people doing stuff like that, they don't have any self-confidence or self-worth within themselves. So that shit hurts them when it shouldn't. It's just words on the internet. A stranger's opinion of you should not hurt you. You want to know why? Do they pay your bills? Are they in your life all the time? You're not going to be liked by everybody, and that's okay. And even if they're just joking around, you should not let words affect you. People talking about your looks, people talking about superficial shit, it shouldn't affect you. Because what happens if tomorrow you have a wreck, all right? And let's say you're damaged or scarred up or something, and you don't look like you originally looked, right? You're not going to ever look the same again. Let's say that. Looks go away. We age, right? But superficial things shouldn't hurt you because they're just superficial. It's not who you are. You know who you are. Good morning, Georgia girl. I was just giving a little teaching, a little preaching. You know how I get to be preaching sometimes, Georgia girl. I be preaching about mental health. I be preaching about, don't let other people affect your real life. Don't let their words bother you because they're just words, just that. Miss Joy's not here yet, Mr. Farmer Fred. I ain't seen Miss Joy. If she is here, she may be in the clouds. I will say that I think, that little section in Fumble's video that had like the older lady and the ladies that were talking about the person was just a bad person, a shit person. That one lady reminded me of Miss Joy. And it was like, that was like her right there. I need to go back and show the exact clip from Mr. Fumbles and tell you that one. You know what I'm saying? But I think that that one lady in Mr. Fumbles video was talking about how the person was just a POS person. That reminded me of Miss Joy. and everything. The way she be reading people for filth. They can't stand Miss Joy's words. I'll tell you that. Miss Joy will read them down, baby. She tells them the facts of their life, and they don't like it. A lot of people don't like to hear the truth about themselves. You know, I know my truth. I stand in my truth. Oh yeah, that was some funny stuff right there. I like that video though. That was a good one. That was a good one. I can't wait to see more of what he does with the Fumble Babies. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, that's gonna be funny as hell. I think that he's gonna do some good stuff with that. I love watching people who do stuff like you know, when people make little funny cartoons and stuff like that. I love having a good old laugh. Who don't? I just be laughing. I think it is funny though when people can't take jokes and they get butthurt about things, and I'm like, that shows that you have a really low self-esteem about yourself, that you think jokes are a reason to dox people, to bother people's real lives and do all these things. It just shows how like you don't have a life, and you don't like, you can't take a joke, you can't take words. This shows how simple your mindset is. You know what I'm saying? But I was over there. There's some stuff going down in the beefing sector. I was over there chilling. I was like, damn, they having striking wars in the beef sector. It's crazy, child. It's crazy. And then I was over there at MobTube, and I saw that Miss Angela you know, was showing some clips. If y'all haven't been over there to Miss Angela's channel, you totally should. Miss Angela was showing some really great clips, and you know, so I was over there checking that out, and she said something, somebody said something in the chat that was 100% true, that you know, people be over there talking about kids. Kids should not be talked about on anybody's platform. Any person's child. I don't care if you talking about like they're also talking about how people were talking about Miss Angel's brother who passed away. That should also not be spoken about. That was a child, a person. And also that has nothing to do bearing with her. If you're gonna read her for filth, read her for filth. But don't involve the dead. You know what I'm saying? Don't disrespect the dead. Don't disrespect somebody's dead grandmama. You know what I'm saying? They dead cousin who passed away in a very horrible way. Um, Especially don't disrespect people's dead children. You should be damn well ashamed of yourself, or somebody's you know, a child that had passed away at a very young age. And you know, people keep talking about Dylan Rounds and talking really disparagingly about that young man. He's got a family that loved him dearly no matter what he decided to do in his life. Don't disparage a child that is no longer here with us. Don't do that. That makes you look like a sick individual to do some shit like that. Kids should be off limits. I don't care if the kid is 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. They're still a freaking kid. Leave them alone. That shit pisses me off, bro. Like, unalived children should be left alone. Talking about you know, Kylie Rodney in a disparaging manner, saying she was out there getting, it don't matter what that kid was out there doing, partying, being a kid, doing stupid shit. We all did stupid shit as a kid. It just so happened that she was unalived, you know what I'm saying, or passed away because of an accident or whatnot. But don't disparage her. That is not her. Like, don't do that. She got family that love her. You don't disparage kids. It's messed up. That shows how weak a person is, especially for a grown men to be doing that shit. who attack only women and children, that shows you a punk bitch because you can't go after another man. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you got two men fighting, but a person would rather go after a woman and a child, that shows you what kind of man that man is. He's scared of real men, but won't go after, that shows some stuff right there. When you see a man do some stuff like that, I'm speaking in general terms, because this happens across the board, right? There are some men who would rather fight with women because they think we're weaker. Newsflash, we're not. I'm just saying, we're not weak. You think we are, but it does show what kind of man you are that you would rather attack women than men, other men who are talking shit. You know what I'm saying? It does show that. That's across the board. That's across the board in general. Now, I'm not saying if a woman opens her mouth that a man shouldn't say anything, because that's also a thing. Like, if I'm going after somebody and it just happens to be a dude and he wants to say some shit back to me, he has every right to do that because it's a back and forth situation. Oh, for real? Ooh. It's going down in front of the courthouse. Some chick rolled up on Armand and went to calling him names and stalking him. Today is also his birthday, but seems like it's off to a rough start. Ooh, sweet baby Jesus. So he at the Diddy trial. Now I heard. Now Denot, church lady. I heard that the Gene Deals dude that's what was Diddy's bodyguard. I heard he had hit Denot all upside the head, but then I heard at the same time that the white dude was making up lies. So I don't know, because I know everybody started reporting on it, but I didn't see no video evidence of him getting knocked up all said, upside his head. I didn't see a video. You know what I'm trying to say? Of him getting knocked upside his head. So I don't know if it's true or not, or if it was a rumor that was made up to, make drama happen so that they could blow up their channels or whatnot. Because I know sometimes plays be playing, right? And like Coolin say, it's the overplay for the underplay. So I don't know if that's true or not. But if there was a video out there circulating, I think I would have saw it now. If he'd have got knocked up all side his head or whatnot. I think we'd have seen a video. So I do believe that some people was running plays. I do believe that. But I will say, did not over there trying to make it a racial issue, just wasn't a good look. Wasn't a good look. The way you came at that dude. Just call him what he was. Just say what he did. He was literally trying to make you look bad so that he could build his channel off your back. You know what I'm saying? You can do all that without lying and making it seem, more than what it was. It was just a dude making up stuff to make it seem more, so, or whatnot, so he could build his channel up. Say you don't appreciate him lying on you. You know what I'm saying? For drama and for attention and clout off your back. Yeah, the Gene Deal dude needs to answer for the Tupac murder. Him and Reggie Wright Jr. Now I will say, we also, I'm gonna say this. I think that they put out that hit on Biggie, and I think that I don't know if Gene Deals was Diddy's bodyguard back then, because I don't know how long he worked for him. But we all know that Puffy has something to do with what happened to Biggie. And I'm going to tell you why. Because Biggie was about to leave. He was about to leave, and he was going to take his stuff with him and whatnot. Hey, sister, Dr. Creole Butterfly Girl. I was waiting on you to call me yesterday afternoon, girl. After I get off here, if you got time, you can hit me up. Oh, also, hey, Miss Catherine. But yeah, the Gene dude, I don't know if he was still Diddy's bodyguard at the time, but we all know that what we heard was that Biggie was about to leave Bad Boy and he was just to take all his stuff and start his own thing. And Diddy act like he was all good and gravy with it, or supposedly. And then all of a sudden Biggie come up unalived right afterward. I'm sorry, but that's suspect to me. That's suspect to me because he knew he still owned it as long as Biggie was still under contract when he passed away. He would make more money off Biggie unalive than alive because Biggie was about to leave him and blow up and do something different. I believe, I believe this is my personal thing that that Biggie that Puffy had something to do with Biggie. Now, with the Pac situation, we do know that there was that fight that broke out, and those people, and that one dude don't went to jail for setting it up. But I wonder, this is my wonderment, was somebody else the reason they even went after Pac and Suge? You get what I'm saying? Like, did P. Diddy and his crew order the hit? Or was it a rival gang thing, like they said? Because some people are under the impression that it was an ordered hit. You know what I'm saying? And the person claimed it was because of a beef about a chain. But, Hey, Jug Floater, ex-promoter. How you doing, fam? I believe they would have blew up, church lady. Biggie and Pac together starting their own label. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine that? Yeah, I don't know what time frame when he started. But I will say that I know he knows what happened to Kim Porter. I will say that. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Puffy has something to do with Miss Porter. Miss Porter did not alive herself. Miss Porter did not. She did not OD. She did not do that stuff. I'm telling you, he did something to that lady. And all of a sudden, the way it ain't right. The way that she passed away ain't right. I'm telling you, he did something to that lady. He did something to her. Miss Pac-Man. Miss Pac-Man. What's up, Miss Pac-Man? Now, I'm going to say this. I loved Tupac's lyricism. When I listen to a good rapper, right, I want lyrics. I want lyricism. Even when I listen to pop or country or any other genre, I like the lyricism of it all, right? I like when songs have meanings. I like when, not saying I don't listen to like the cute, catchy stuff, but I, to me, the songs that mean the most to me are lyrically beautiful, right? They're lyrically beautiful. They have meaning behind them, right? I'm telling you, Miss Catherine, he purchased her casket a whole month before she passed away. I'm telling y'all, I hope that comes out in the wash with this Diddy trial or sometime or another. And I hope Miss Kim Porter gets justice because she did not deserve what happened to her and had a lot of years left on this earth. And I'm betting she knowed some stuff. She knew some stuff, right? That she wasn't supposed to know. And I believe she was going to do a tell all book and it was in the works. And I believe he did it. And I believe it had to do with something she was going to snitch on him about and that he didn't want to get out. I love also when a person is extremely intelligent because to me, intelligence is sexy and beautiful. I love when a person has common sense, book sense, street smarts, all that. And if you looked at Tupac as a person, he had the street smarts, he had the common sense, and he had the intelligence of the book sense, all wrapped into one, which is something you don't find very often because some people have one or the other and may have, this, that, and the next thing. Well, I know that I've heard somebody, I got to go back and rewatch others who have read the book, but there are some people saying that some of that book was not her writing it. That book has been controversial. Um, you know what I'm trying to say about whether she wrote it or not. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it has been controversial. Um, so there's that. You know, but I do believe that there's a lot she was going to come out with and a lot of things she knew because I mean, think about this. You live with the man every day, right? Even if you're not together, because I don't think they were together. They lived together, but I don't think they were together, if that makes sense, right? Like, I don't know if y'all have ever seen these business deals when it comes to marriage. But like, I think that some of it she knew more than, let's say, a person who just was playing around with him, right? Or someone who was working for him but not too close. Like, she knew things that probably, he was probably pillow talking with her and telling her like his fears, his this, his that, even in a business deal. Well, I will say this, church lady, Miss Watcher also believes that Tupac's still alive because of the dude. There's a dude from Jamaica or whatnot. They've showed his pictures before. He's an older gentleman, and they say he looks just like him. But here's the thing, you know, there are people who also say that really was Pac, and that the autopsy photos and all other things point that it really was. So there's that situation. Some people don't believe that he's gone. Some people do. Um, I think it comes down to a personal. Yeah, I killed the MC. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've seen some of that, and I will say this. I don't know why he would, if he was still alive, why he would stay hidden now. You would think that he would come out at this point. You would think that anyway. You know what I mean? I'm sitting here trying to see. Yeah, I know. I read that somewhere too, that somebody had warrants or whatnot, but I don't know, man. That's crazy. Um. Oh, the government wanted him unalived. But here's the question though: why would the government want him unalived? And those same people that were in the government at that time ain't empowered no more. You got to think about that. A lot of them passed away or not here no more because of age. You get what I'm saying? Age. Now, if it's an Illuminati or someone that's in big power that we don't know about. Now, I will say, church lady, I do believe that I do believe they unalive a lot of people who want to bring unity and people who want to bring people together, because we could just name off the list. Look at Bob Marley. Look what happened with him. Look what happened. Now, if you look up the real Bob Marley story, He actually had cancer in his big toe or whatnot, but I don't think that's really what took him out. That's just my personal opinion. Um, they, look at every single person who's tried to bring unity and everybody together. Were they not unalived in some way, shape, or form? Every single one of them. Like you got lists and names and this, and every person who wanted to bring unity to the people ain't here with us no longer. Yeah, I'm telling you, they took out Bob. I'm telling you. I love me some Bob Marley too. I like No Woman No Cry. That's my jam. That's my jam. Um Sometimes I can't understand some of the words that are coming out of his mouth, but I love it. I believe they took out Prince. I believe they took out Prince because Prince was supposed to start telling some shit. But MJ, I think they took out MJ for money. Because I think MJ was buying up a bunch of shit. And I believe they didn't like the fact that, yeah. I believe they took out MJ for money, though. Because he was buying up catalogs and stuff that was worth a lot of money. He was buying up things. I believe they took out MJ because MJ was smart on the way he was putting money in and doing things. You know what I'm saying? And I think Prince knew too much about powerful people in Hollywood. I think that's why they took out Prince, to tell you the truth. I do not think that Prince unallowed him. I just do not believe that he owed. Sorry. I'm sorry. I don't think he was fucking around with fentanyl. I just don't believe that. Hey, Happy Life. Yeah, I've been noticing that too, church lady. Anybody that speak out, they come after him. And that's why, like certain folks that we watch that do speak up, you just gotta be like, ooh, cha. Hold on just a minute, y'all. My son's coming in. Sorry about that, y'all. My son come in. Y'all know he my life, and I always mute up when he come in because I don't put my family on here and do stuff like that. Oh man, you got a brand new washer of 2 months and it already has some problems. Man, that's messed up. I hate when that shit happen. Child, you already having to have a repairman come over and it ain't but 2 months up. Shoot, I be going back to the company I bought that shit from, like, Now I got me a brand new washer when I moved in and dryer, and I've had it now for 2 years, and that shit good. That shit is still good. Can you hear me now, Creole? I was muted for a minute, baby. Hey, Susie. Because child, 2 months, somebody done sold you some faulty equipment. I've had my new washer that I got, girl, for 2 years and I had a problem. I ain't had a problem one, and I got warranty on it, whatnot. And so like if something happens, I could call them and they tell, but I ain't had no problem. I ain't had none at all. I'd be calling them people who I bought it from 2 months and it's brand new. Oh hell no. Mm-mm. They done sold you something bad. Yeah, don't spend a dime, child. And if you do, mm-mm. I be calling them people. Now I can understand if you had it for like a year, year and a half, something like that. Something's wrong with that. Something's defective about that if you ain't had it but 2 months. I'll show man. If I was closer to my washer dryer and I was on my phone, I'd show y'all the one I got me. I got me one of them deep wells where I could do like big loads of laundry. Hey, Catfish, how you doing, beautiful? I got me one of them ones where I could do like large loads of laundry. So I got me that I don't like the front loads because if they tend to have problems, and let's say you needed to pump out the water of the machine, then the when you open the door, it's gonna be all over your floor, right? But with mine, because it's a top load, I can open it if I had to do something, pump out the water, blah blah blah. And so that's why I don't do those front loads. Plus, I've heard those front loads have a lot of issues. Like they have a lot of issues. I think they're pretty, but pretty don't equate working good, right? Like there's certain things like you can get it because it's pretty, don't mean it's gonna work good. You know what I mean? Huggies, Miss Catherine. You have a good day, okay? Good morning, Mr. Buster. Yeah, I don't like them. I don't like them. They pretty Catfish, those front loaders, but they bad about having issues. I done heard way too much about them front load washer and the washers and whatnot. They look real pretty, but I done heard about them having way too many issues. Have a good day, Miss Catherine. I hope that you have a blessed one. You can come back if you get a free moment if I'm still live or whatnot. And at any time, you always welcome here, sis. I like my old fashioned ones because they tend to last a hell of a lot longer. They tend to like not have as many issues. Now I'll tell y'all something. If you ever have a washer and all of a sudden it stops spinning or pumping the water out, it's not always the water pump. Underneath the top of your washer, if somebody slams down your washer lid too hard, there is a little safety switch right there that if it breaks, it won't pump the water out. I learned this. You can take a hair tie and put it on that switch. Now, that means if you raise the lid while it's spinning out, it's not going to stop like it normally would. That's a safety switch. So when you raise your lid of your washer, it'll stop spinning and whatnot. But this will bypass that and it'll go back to working great. I had that on my old washer or whatnot. I fixed it that way. Now my washer I got now has a lock lid. So when you turn it on, it's digital or whatnot. And girl, I gotta tell y'all something. I had never had a digital washer and dryer. And child, I didn't know how to turn it on when I first got it. Y'all gonna laugh at me. I pressed the button and I thought it was automatic. No, you have to hold down the button for like 2 seconds. Then it locks the lid and it turns itself on.
LG dryers have a problem with the lid trap for some reason.
Oh, LG dryers?
It's nasty in there. It's like you couldn't get a sweater out of it.
Okay, so they have a problem with the lint things.
Yep.
Okay.
Also, don't buy anything from Masterlock or that one company I can't think of right now, but they threatened a man's family, and now he's going on a one-man crusade to destroy their credibility. And it's working, too, because they didn't have much of it in the first place.
All right, love you, son.
Oh, you should also check out Half Sword on Steam. I've been playing it this... I love you, too.
That was my son. He was telling y'all the LG dryers end up having a problem with their lint holder and whatnot. But yeah, so I love, yeah, our washer and dryer is amazing. That's nephew. Yeah, that one bro, that was nephew. You know, he got that deep voice and you can hear him a lot better. Like he loud. You know what I'm saying? um he does sound he sound like a grown man. Everybody thinks he's a man, but he's my baby still. I don't care. He's 17, you know, he's still my baby no matter what. Always will be my baby. Do do do. Do 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 do. I don't wanna cry, no. I don't know why that song's in my head right now, but it is. Mariah Carey's running through my head. But yeah, so I mean, you know, when it comes to getting new equipment or whatnot, man, I'd be so mad if I bought something and 2 months later it broke down. Shoot. I'd be mad if it only had lasted 2 months. Now, I will say that I've been looking. What the crap's going on? I don't even know if I don't know why this person's stuff popped up in my feed. Have y'all ever got something where it's like a person you not even subscribed to? They just pop up on your when you looking at the community walls and you're like, who is this person? That did I don't know who this person is. I mean, they got a lot of subscribers, but I don't know who they are. I will say that I was thinking about something the other day. I was watching I was watching something and I thought it was hilarious. The holes were all wrong. Hot was on cold and cold was on hot. Lord sweet baby Jesus. For real, Creole? So somebody, oh Lord, child, if I was you, I would they gonna give me back my money and mm-mm. It could be church lady. You know how I be watching stuff you send me, so that could be true. That could be true. The hoses were on wrong, and the hot was on the cold, and the cold was on the hot. So the person who came set up your shit set it up wrong and fucked up your brand new washing machine. Oh hell no. See, this why I set my shit up myself. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. How can somebody be so damn dumb? They don't know red is hot and blue is cold water. I mean, most of the hoses that come in houses nowadays, the red is hot. And you know, even when you look at where you turn on the water, right? The hot has a red handle and the cold has a blue one. Are they colorblind? Like, what's going on here? How you not know that? Like, hello? How dumb can you be? Like, you know what I'm saying? Even us women who, let's say not us, because I'm a very handy woman. There's a lot of things I can do, you know, and whatnot. But let's say a lady who doesn't know things like that even knows that blue is cold and red is hot. Everybody knows that. Like, that's common freaking sense. How dumb can that? Oh, I'm gonna tell you what. That company needs to fire that person. They're gonna be costing them a lot of money messing up some shit. They're gonna be ooh. Child, they better be making sure they bring you a new wash machine, Creole. Oh, so you only use cold water on your machine? Oh, I love those new pods they have from Tide that work in cold water. You know what I'm saying? I love those. And cold water keeps your colors from like you know how when you have colors that sometimes spread or whatnot, and it keeps them more vibrant, and it keeps them. You got your toy? Do you got your toy? Yeah, I tell you. My puppy dog, she had her toy in her mouth and was looking at me. Now she wants attention. And it keeps your clothes from shrinking too. A lot of people don't know that. Like when you set stuff to the hot water setting and whatnot, not only do you use up more electricity, use up the hot water in your hot water heater. You also it also like hot water is not good. Like straight hot water is not good to use on your clothes. Um, so that's why now I do use the middle setting, which makes it where it's not hot, but it's not cold. It's like the middle. Now I do like using catfish a little bit of warm water for specific reasons if I need to disinfect something. But cold water is better. Now, if there's like like something I need to disinfect, there's a little bit of a difference. I use hot water for those situations, but on clothes, cold water is the way to go. And I like them new pods. I like them new pods with the cold water that works good. I like them new Tide pods. They work amazing. I love when they came out with the pods. You know what I'm saying? So you could just throw the pod in there. I ain't got to do no measurements really. You ain't got to deal with the liquid and this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? You just throw those little pods in there and they do their diligence. Yeah, see, there's a difference. There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? I love them. When they came out with them, that was so time saving. Oh, it's so awesome. Remember when we used to have to do everything the hard way? Remember when we used to have to use powder? Remember when we used to have to, when liquid came out? I remember when it was powder, then liquid came out, and then eventually we got the pods. I'm like, oh, the pods are so life saving. I like them Tide pods. I really do. They work great too, and your clothes be smelling right. You know what I'm saying? Now I will say, Mr. Rubin, yeah, we had some good times. We had some good times back in the day, but I like working smarter, not harder. Oh my God, those damn white spots and all that other stuff, and trying to make sure that the powder all came out of your clothes. Sometimes having to wash them twice to make sure all the soap came out. Oh Lord, it was a lot. Yeah, I know. Some stupid people decided they were gonna eat Tide Pods, the dumbasses, and that's why we have labels on the back of shit now. Hey, racist stars, I swear to God, have y'all read some of the labels on some of the chemicals that y'all be using? That they have to put a dummy proof thing saying don't swallow chemicals. I'm like, what idiot decided to do that? That they had to put this label on something. Like, I want y'all to read some of the warning labels occasionally on things that y'all get, and in your mind, try to think about who was the dumbass who did it. Hey, Mr. Maddie, like, think about some of the warnings they now have on the back of things. How they have to put child locks on Tide Pods and all these other things. Man, I swear them child locks keep adults out, not children. You ever got the child locks on your medication and you can't even get the shit open? I remember when they started putting the child locks on lighters, and my mom and daddy could not use the lighter and had to get me to light their lighter because the child locks were not child proof; they were adult proof. Some of those child lock things ain't child proof; they adult proof. I'll be sitting there thinking about that shit. Like, what dumbass decided to do this to where they had to put that label on there? Think about that. Think about when you look at them warning labels, right? What dumbass decided to do that for you to have that label? Oh, also, y'all, I tried the Takis. Because y'all know I can't eat. There's two new Takis that are not spicy because y'all know I have stomach issues. I have GERD and gastritis, so I can't eat them, even though I love spicy foods. And they got a new one called Kickin' Ranch. Oh my god! If you like ranch flavored things, they're so good, and they're flavored dusted to hell and back, which is good if you love like strong flavors. Oh no, you didn't. Woo, you put the bleach in there and messed up everything. Now, let me tell y'all something my mama did one time. She didn't realize this, but my dad had a pair of maroon socks, and she didn't realize she threw that in with the whites one time. She didn't realize it. She did not realize it. So guess what? Everything that was white in the house turned to pink. All the socks was pink. All the shirts was pink. Everything had turned pink, child. She didn't realize that it was in there with the whites, and oh Lord, that was hilarious. Oh man, rest in peace. I just read a thing. 16 and pregnant star Whitney Purvis' son Weston passes away at 16. My worst nightmare came true. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. I'm so sorry for your loss. I just saw that on my timeline. I couldn't imagine losing a 16-year-old child. I really could not. A young child, you know what I'm saying? Got a whole life ahead of them. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to lose like a grown adult that's 70, 80, 90 years old. You know, we see these celebrities passing away. Also, y'all know the guy who did John Redcorn's voice in King of the Hill. Him and his partner had a house, and they were getting like threats that we're gonna burn your house down, we're gonna do this. Da, 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 da. So somebody actually, and the cops didn't take it seriously. Somebody actually did burn their house down, so they were obviously living somewhere else. Came back to check their mail or whatnot. Somebody had unalived their animal, put the skull of the animal in the driveway with their collar, sick shit, and pulled a GUN on them, and he pushed his partner away and they unalived him. I didn't know that such bigotry was still alive in America today. You know what I'm saying? But rest in peace to the man who did John Redcorn's voice in King of the Hill. Rest in peace, bro. And I hope that you get the justice that you deserve, because didn't nobody deserve to take that man's life. Did nobody deserve to take that man's life? He didn't do nothing. He was just living his best life with his partner. That's just sick and sad. You know what I'm saying? Let people live their best life. You know what I'm saying? Even if you may not agree with someone's choices or actions or whatever, as long as they're not hurting anyone else, let them live their best life. It ain't hurting you. What's it bothering you? How's it hurting you? It ain't doing nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? It ain't doing nothing to you. It ain't hurting your life. It ain't bothering you. You know what I mean? Oh, they are going through with the we have a person who's been on death row for many years. It says Mississippi to execute parchment inmate on June 25th. The state of Mississippi plans to execute a South Mississippi murderer later this month. The state set Richard Jordan's execution date for June 5th at 6 p.m. at Mississippi State Penitentiary at Parchment. A judge sentenced him to death in 1976 for kidnapping and killing a woman in Harrison County, the Associated Press reported. The 79-year-old is the oldest death row inmate and has spent the most time on death row, 48 years. So they finally set his date. Yeah, that's the crazy part. Is the cops did nothing when they reported the threats. Like, you know, you're supposed to be, when you report that someone's threatening you, in which you can report it and they don't do anything. I mean, that's kind of how I felt about a situation. You can report people threatening you and they're like, oh well. They have to actually do something. So you got to wait for them to actually follow through on their threats. That's some bullshit. Yeah, well, here's the thing. The situation with we talking about with the death row inmate. He's been on death row for 46 years, and he or whatnot. But the guy who was unalived, well, I mean, he's been on death row for 70 something years. 70 something years. You know what I'm saying? I myself do believe in the death penalty if and for certain cases. If you took out somebody and whatnot and you did it intentionally in a heinous way, I do think you deserve what you gave. But here's the thing, they're still getting it easier than what they did to somebody else. A lot of times that other person that they unalived suffered before they passed away, right? And I do believe they should suffer a little bit too. So, I mean, church lady, the way you look at it, that could have been 78 years of suffrage. I know, right? The other person didn't get to live to be that old or didn't live at all. I believe they should give them a couple of years in prison in general population and not behind in a cell to where they're protected. Let them suffer a little bit and then do it. Let them suffer just a little bit. You know, another thing, somebody else brought this up. We have these people who who do stuff bad to children or whatnot. And they were saying if you just let the murderers, you give them a shorter sentence if they go and take out these damn real pedos. But I think the problem with that is some people do lie. We have that problem. We have the problem of, was it without a shadow of a doubt proven, right? Because you always want to believe the victim, but there are times when lies happen and people are unjustly, convicted of that because of a he said, she said type situation. And it has been proven years down the road that the person didn't do it. So, gladiator fighting would be good too. See, that's what I was talking about, Mr. Rubin. As long as it's without a reasonable doubt, as long as there's 100% proof. As too many people have been found innocent 10, 15, 20, 30 years down the line. Did y'all hear that story about the victim coming forward and saying that their mama made them lie about it? And she was trying to get the dude out of prison? That he didn't really do anything to this young lady. And that her mama made her lie about it and everybody believed her. And this dude's been in prison for like 20, 30, 40 years, something like that. And come to find out, she come forward when she got grown and has been trying to get this man out of prison. They still ain't letting him out. That's crazy. I think if they find out that a person lied about something like that, the person who lied about it should be held responsible. Or if it was a kid that was coached, the parents should be held responsible and should have to spend as many years as the person who was in prison. But no, they get off scot-free for that shit. I think that's bullshit. Like, that dude spent 40 years of his life. He was a young man because the mama and him had dated, and she just wanted to get rid of him. And so she had her kid make up that lie. That's some bullshit. Well, I have heard a lot of them, Mr. Rubin, get away with it. Straight up get away with it. No consequences for literally putting a person's life, like them spending 20, 30, 40 years in prison, right? And they ended up not, being guilty at all. And the other person who set it up gets nothing. And that person literally, like, you got to imagine if you're a completely innocent person, right? And you know you're innocent. And you just spent from the time you were 20 years old till you were 40 years old, time that you can't get back. That time can never be returned to that person. Their youngest years, when they could have had a family, they could have been building a career. You get what I'm saying? Be almost halfway to retirement now. But they spent all that time in prison over a lie. That would be bull mess. How many people in the Innocence Act have we seen released and they wasn't really guilty of the situation? You know what I'm saying? That's flawed and that's fucked up because you can't get back time. You can get back a lot of things, but you can't get back that time. That time was taken from you. Like, they had family members pass away, mamas, daddies, grandmamas. They didn't get to go to funerals. You know what I'm saying? They didn't get to have those last few years with that person. There was a lot of stuff taken from them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all be good in there. They in there playing. Yeah, you looked around and was like, Mama saying something? Come on up here, big girl. Were y'all playing? Huh? Were y'all playing? Oh, you was. I know. I know y'all was playing. I know. Y'all tired now, huh? Did y'all play too much? Was it too much? Oh, goodness. You know, I have to watch them sometime. They get a little too hardcore with their playtime. And I have to make sure they don't hurt each other being too hardcore. Ain't that right? Yeah, I know. I got one in my lap right now. One laid out on her belly wanting belly rubs, the big girl. Then I got another one over here, and then the other one's clean as paw. They think they gotta pile up on me. Cause I'm mama. But yeah, I think that anybody who is in, I don't care if it's 45 days, 30 days of your life and possibly losing jobs and stuff. If somebody lies on you and you get false imprisonment, I think the person who did it to you should also face prison time or jail time. Come on up here, big man. Come on. Don't you growl. You better stop that shit. Come on, big man. Come on. Jump up here. Come on. Jump up on the bed. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing. Come on. Oh, see, I want to get in the pool too, Mr. Rubin. Hey. Y'all two, stop that shit. Look at me. Stop that shit. You heard me. I'm gonna get him too. I just both of y'all. Y'all gonna be good little boys. No, I don't want to hear it. Now, yeah, you heard me. Don't look at me like that. Yeah, I'm gonna get on both y'all. Y'all gonna be good little gentlemen. Y'all brothers. Y'all not gonna do that. Fighting over bitches ain't gonna happen. No. Bros before hoes. I know they not hoes, but still. Y'all been brothers for way too long to be doing that shit to each other. Because one's your girlfriend, one his girl. He don't care about her like that. That ain't his girlfriend. That's your girlfriend. Yeah, he don't care about that. So ain't no reason for y'all be trying to get upset at each other over that shit. Yeah. They trying to show dominance and decide who's gonna be the man. And he thinks that my one boy dog, my little one, thinks that the other boy dog wants his girlfriend. He don't want his girlfriend. He got his own girlfriend. Yep. Mm-hmm. Boomer and Bruiser again, thinking that they being gentlemen. I just gave them a talk to. They both laying down because they know they in trouble. Mm. You better be nice to your brother. You hear me? You better be nice to your brother. That's your brother. We don't do that shit. I swear they bad as hell though. They bad. I got them laying down though. They know better than that bull mess. Yes, because the two girls were play fighting, and them two think that well, the little one thinks the big one is his girlfriend, and the little other one thinks the boxer's his girlfriend. And so sometimes if they get too close to the other one's girlfriend, sometimes they get a little upset. But just have to get on to them all the time. They just started this shit, and I think it's because the youngest one is just now fixing to turn 2 years old. He thinks he's a man now. So he's testing his brother. So I have to get on to him all the time. Yeah, they think they being little men. Oh, sorry about that. We were discussing what we're gonna eat today. Sorry about that. Shoot, I gotta go get. I'm probably gonna get me another cup of coffee in a minute too, man. I want me some more coffee. But no, my young pup is getting of age where he's trying to assert his dominance and whatnot. So I'm having to watch my two boys because they're brothers, and I'm not gonna let them do that to each other. I'm sorry about muting up and whatnot, y'all. I know we was talking about something. Um, I know that happens sometimes. Apologize. I apologize. But yeah, no, girl, it ain't you. It ain't you. It's me. It's not you. It's me. um, I'm sitting here right now, knocking off some of my notifications because I get oh, I'm just knocking off some of the ones on my phone. Hey, Miss Tracy, how you been doing? Where the hell did I do, y'all? I lose stuff all the time. I can't be the only one. I cannot be the only one that loses shit all the time. Like you set something down, and then you're like, "What the hell did I do with it? What did I do with it? I just had it." I can't be the only one. I know. There it is. I found it. Um. Uh. I swear I be losing stuff all the time. I be losing stuff all the time. You look cute in your new picture, Miss Tracy. I've been meaning to tell you that. You look real cute in your picture. I like the way you did your makeup. You did real good, and you did real good on that picture or whatnot. But your complexion is so good, Miss Tracy, that you really don't need makeup. You know, like when you got a good complexion or whatnot, and whatnot. And church lady, I'm still playing around. I got to do your other video that I was talking about, and make it more of an intro type situation. If y'all want to, you think Miss Church Lady, would you like me? I got the one that I already did for you, but I'm gonna do you another one, and you can decide which one's intro, which one's outro, and whatnot. I got to do a secondary one and do it for you, whatnot and whatnot. And so I got to get started on that one. Now I did some cute. Now I will say here in just a little bit, if you like Miss Bertha May, she gonna be doing a live at 11:40 a.m. right now. I will say that Room Shaker's live, and she's driving somewhere by what I'm looking at. I know I see her on the road or whatnot. She's talking. But at 11:40, I'll probably be off by then. Miss Bertha May doing something. Now I heard that Bertha May, Intrinsic, and Ness is into it, child. And that Intrinsic hides her channel and then unhides it or something. Something like that. Something about Intrinsic came for Bertha May's channel. I heard that on Binary Codes this morning. I was watching Binary Code. I was up in there and whatnot, and he was talking about it. And I was like, what the hell done to had happened? A child, I swear to God. Now, I will say this. I think that some people jumping off the porch for other people, you shouldn't do that. Yeah, I heard the rumor is she struck it. Yeah, I gotta do you another one, Creole. I gotta do you another one. You know I always play around with your stuff. I was showing people the other day, like where I got your little butterflies on there and your little stuff. You know what I'm saying? That I keep in my Canva for you and whatnot to do your little intros, to do your outros. And I learned some new stuff. So in fact, Creole, I'm gonna do an edit on the one that I did for you because I done learned how to make the words do funny things. Ask Church Lady. I just learned how to do that. So I'm gonna make your words do like where they'll move and do different stuff. And I know how to now make things move on the screen. So I'm gonna do you some backgrounds and different stuff that move. You know what I'm talking about? Like I don't learn how to do that. I didn't know how to do that a while back, but I know how to do it now. So I'm gonna play around with that. I'm gonna go back to yours and re-edit it. I'm gonna re-edit yours, Creole and whatnot. And also, when I made you an editor for yours, and the same thing for Church Lady, so that y'all can download those videos and put them in your StreamYard. Put them in your StreamYard. You know what I'm saying? That's why I made y'all editors, because if it's a video, I have to send it to you and make it into a Google Drive. But if I make you an editor, you can download it and all this other stuff. I didn't know that the first time I sent Creole hers, the very first time. And I think that's why she couldn't download the first one that I made her, because I didn't know that. I do know that now. I do know that now, Creole. So I am going to go through and do some edit on yours because I done learned some new stuff. And I'm going to play around with it and make it all, you know what I'm saying? Make the words move and all this other stuff. I done learned some new stuff. I didn't know that back then because, you know, I've been doing yours when I first started learning even how to use Canva. Now I done learned some stuff. But I heard that and I'm like, here's the thing. Intrinsic should not be jumping off the porch for Ness. Let Ness jump off the porch. Ness can fight her own battles. Ness got a mouth. You know what I'm saying? In fact, she's been in the beef sector for many years. Because here's the thing. Let's say that whoever Ness is beefing with and Ness make up. What's that going to make Intrinsic look like? Am I wrong on that? Like, you got to be careful jumping off the porch for people, because in the next 2 to 3 weeks, they can make up be cool together and then you look like the asshole. And it really looks bad when you take up the beef for someone else. Only put on a beef if it's really for yourself, because it looks like you're a bully when you do that shit. It makes you look like you're like the person you're doing it for also is weak. Like, okay, let's say I'm going to use Church Lady and Creole, right? I'm going to use y'all as examples. And I'm going to give an example so people can understand. Let's say, right, that me and Church Lady's besting on this, and me and Creole got into it. We got into it. It's between me and Creole, right? But Church Lady ain't got a problem at all with Creole, but she decides to jump in it. And then let's say me and Creole make up in 2 weeks. Then what's that going to make the Church Lady look like? Not to mention she took a beef that wasn't hers. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm using that as an example. You don't do stuff like that because first off, you know what I'm saying? It's going to make you look like a fool. Like, don't do it. Even if you really like a person, even if you're friends, don't jump in those beefs. Let them take care of themselves. You know what I'm saying? Let them take care of it. Now, I'm not saying that you have to like somebody. Like, let's say this. You know, Ness is fighting with someone, and Intrinsic is Ness's friend. She don't have to like the other person that Ness is beefing with. That's cool. She can feel her way about that person, right? But don't jump in it, because they eventually will work it out. We've seen it happen how many times? Just like with the Lemon situation. People jumping in that shit. Lemon got a beef with another CC. Don't get in it. Don't be no fool. In 2 weeks, they're going to be straight again and you're going to look like the asshole. Don't do it. I was trying to tell some of them new people that shit. Like audio and all them. Don't get in them beefs between them two content creators. That could be cool in 3 weeks and you're going to look like the boo-boo the fool. Don't do it. That goes for anybody. Don't do it. Stay out of it. Because it's going to make you look like boo-boo the fool in 2 to 3 weeks. And then there's going to be harsh feelings for you against someone that you didn't even have a problem with. And now you got a beef that's up and stuck that had nothing to do with you. You get what I mean? You have a beef now that had nothing to do with you. Not a damn thing. And they're back cool and you look like asshole. And so when you hit the link and they hit the link, y'all gonna have issues. When it wasn't even an issue between the two of you in the first damn place. You made an issue where there wasn't one, which makes you the starter of the situation and makes you look bad. That's why I try to tell these people, stay out of that shit. Don't insert yourself in beefs you don't need to start. Not unless you just want to start beefs. And if you want to do that, do what you want. You're a grown-ass adult. You know what I'm saying? But realize that you're causing problems for yourself that are unnecessary. And stand in your ish. Stand in your ish when you do it. Because I stand in my ish. If I did it, I tell you I did it. I ain't got no problem telling you I fucking did it if I did it. And I don't have a problem admitting when I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I've admitted my wrongs. I've always told them. Like, you know, I don't mind screen sharing for somebody and I got involved in a situation. I was wrong for that. I told it. I told them, I went to that person and apologized to their face. I didn't sit there and do a, oh, no, I'm right. I'm always right. No. Sometimes we get messy and do fucked up shit. We got to admit when we do wrong. Stand in your ish. If you start a beef for no reason with somebody, admit to it. Yep. If you inserted yourself on behalf of another friend. A real friend, though, church lady, I'm going to tell you this right now. A real friend would have never let you inserted yourself. A real friend would have told you to set your ass down that I got this. You see what I'm saying? A real friend would have told you to stay out of it because it didn't have nothing to do with you, to protect you. Because a real friend wouldn't have wanted you to start a beef with somebody else on accord to them. See, I would never ask, and have never asked anybody to stand up for my beefs. I do it myself. If I have to beef with somebody, or if I'm going to beef with somebody, if I want to, here's the thing. That's another thing. I can ignore you to the end of fucking time. If I don't want to beef with you, I'm not going to. You can't make me. But if I decide to, I decide to, right? But a true friend would never put you in harm's way. Well, and that's also, I will say, that was your bad, church lady. And you learned the hard way. You learned the hard way. Don't do that shit again. A true friend would have stopped you, though, even if they didn't ask and you still did it, right? A friend would be like, nah, take a step back, dog. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that on behalf of me. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that on behalf of me. Let me handle my smoke. Let me handle my shit. So even if you would have tried to insert yourself, they would have stopped you right then and be like, no, I got this. Let me handle my shit. Even though you are taking responsibility, and which is good, and you standing in your ish. You know what I'm saying? Okay, sis. I'm gonna stay on here about another 30 minutes or so. And we'll take care of that situation or whatnot. We'll take care of that situation. Ain't no biggie. I got you whenever you're ready. But so, you are taking responsibility for your part in it, which shows that you own grown woman shit. you're on grown woman ish. You know what I'm saying? So you are taking your responsibility. But at the same time, I would never allow a friend of mine to put themselves in harm's way for me. I would tell them, no, I got this. I got this. Don't do that. I don't want more put on your shoulders than necessary. You know what I'm saying? No, I got this. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? I can handle myself. It's okay. But I also been seeing folks doing protection plans for certain folks and not other folks. I'm like, I've always been told there ain't no protection plan in the beef sector. I've always been told that if you hit links, there's a possibility you could get your ass spread for filth, and it is what it is. I've always been told that. I heard there ain't no protection plans. You know what I mean? Also, I've been seeing what was that I saw? I've been seeing like some of these new people don't understand some of the history that folks got together. Some of these newer people don't understand history and how it repeats itself because they ain't been here long enough, right? And I'm like, you should take pages out of books for people who've been here for 10 years or more, or 5 years, 6 years, 7, 8 years. You know what I'm saying? We know some shit. We all know that a lot of these CCs, right? They'll be fighting. 6 months down the line, they make up, right? And you inserted yourself, like we were just talking about inserting yourself. It best not take sides, best you stay out of it. We've seen a lot of this stuff go down. We've seen people jump on innocent people who ain't got shit to do with the beefs that just because they mad at one person. That's one thing that I can't stand that sometimes happens. Like, if two folks are fighting and y'all got beef, don't involve their moderators, don't involve their subbies. They ain't got shit to do with none of it. Keep it between you two. Now, I will say if the moderator was in chat talking shit or the subby, it is what it is. But at the same time, keep it on y'all. Y'all the content creators. It's okay for the subbies to have their opinions based on things. All right. But anyway, so I was taking care of some things. Sorry about that. But a lot of this I see in the beefing sector. There was also that thing with KRN and the crew and all this other stuff. How some folks was saying that KRN would jump off the porch for K-Fit, but won't do it for Yaya or King Chaos or all this other stuff. But then KRN said that he only jump off the porch if he want to because he has a beef already with said person. But if he don't have a beef with said person and he don't insert himself, I could see that both ways, if that makes sense. I could see that on both parties' ideologies, right? I can see where some people see it one way, and I can see where some people see it the other way. Oh, that's okay, sis. Yeah, when you doing your live, Creole Beautiful, what time? So I can share you out and whatnot. Are you going to be going live here in just a few? Do you already have it set up or whatnot? Let me go ahead and see if you have it set up. Let me go to your channel right quick. Go to channel. Oh, okay, you already have it set up. So hers is at 6:50 p.m. Or is it the one that's at 12:05 p.m. scheduled for? Oh, this one is today. Okay, okay. Let me share this one. Let me share. Well, I'm gonna share out your channel so they can subscribe and put a notification bell on or whatnot, and they'll see it. So she has a live set for midday today called Tuesday is Terrific. Yeah, girl, you know you can get ready for your live, baby. Don't worry about it. Hold on again. Yeah, you can always call me after your live, Creole Boop. But you know what I'm saying? So like in one way I do see the people saying one way, and then I also see King Roman's point of view. So I see both point of views as valid, right? Because everybody can have their opinions. Just like with the Sean Bradley situation with him taking it to another platform or whatnot. I see both point of views, right? Some people don't think that he should, if he's going to talk shit about people on YouTube, he should be on YouTube and talk to shit. But he says he can do, you know, his commentary on whatever he decides to, right? So it's like I see both points of views. I believe that if it don't matter what platform you're on, if you talk about beef sector business, beef sector can talk about it and have their opinions, just like Sean Bradley can have his opinions and Club Chat can have their opinions. It's across the board. It's not just for one party, if that makes sense. Like everybody can have their opinion based on the other. Just like you know, if people want to bring it back to the beef sector and talk about it, if they're being talked about, they have every right to do so. Just like if Sean Bradley's talked about in the beef sector, he has every right to talk about it where he wants to, right? So I see both both opinions as valid. You know what I'm saying? I see like both sides of the coin, right? And I think that should go across the board. If you somewhere talking mess, it don't matter where you at, and you speak a person's name, they should be able to respond in whatever way they see fit and see their choices. Whether it be behind Patreon, whether it be on Rumble, whether it be on, you know, YouTube. And I do understand where some people say, well, you should keep it on YouTube. I get that point too, because not everybody's going to go to these other platforms to hear what you got to say. So then they got to listen to what a person says. And that may not have been what you said, but because they're not going to those other platforms, they're not going to pay for a Patreon. They have to go by whatever is being said on the YouTube streets. You know what I'm saying? So I understand both sides of the coin, if that makes sense. I do understand both sides. That's what I was saying in Jay Dizzle's chat the other day when Jay Dunn was playing the SB's podcast thing and whatnot. I understand both sides of the coin. I am not Club Chat, right? And I didn't have a dog in that fight. I like Mr. Rick Reed. I like some of the people that are involved in that situation, right? I like all parties involved. But, you know, you got to see everybody's point of view. And I agree that some people say, hey, you know, so like I understand all points of view when it comes to that situation. Just like with the KRN situation. Some people think that KRN will only jump off the porch for K Fit and won't take off for the other crew members. Then KRN said, you know, in his mind, he's only going to beef with somebody he's actually beefing with. or somebody he don't like. If he likes the person, he's not going to jump off the porch. That's what he said, you know, and that's what other people are saying. That's what I've heard all over the streets. You know what I'm saying? And then I've heard some people say that, you know, so it just depends on what some people are saying. I've heard that they believe he only jumps off for K-Fit because she's not really a beefer, but Yaya can handle herself. King Chaos can handle himself, right? But then some people say, you know, I've heard a lot of different things. Some people say that King Roman's right for not inserting himself in beefs that have nothing to do with him or whatnot. So you have both sides of the coin. You know what I'm saying? I think you have to be able to see both sides of the coin. Like, here's the situation. The only problem I ever had with KRM was one. When him and VS had their beef, he tried to involve me and it had nothing to do with me. Really, it didn't. I hadn't said nothing about nobody. I was just chilling in my own little lane, not bothering a soul. You know what I'm saying? Doing my little commentary, doing my little channel. You know what I mean? And it didn't have nothing to do with me. It really didn't. But you know, I used to go over there and I used to go over, but I feel unwelcomed. That's the reason I haven't been back, because I just don't feel welcome. And you know, I'll chill in the clouds. I'll watch from the bushes. I'll figure out what's going on. But as you see, even though that situation, I'm not being biased to anyone in this situation. I'm being impartial. You got to look at both sides of the coin, because I can understand both sides. You get what I mean? Both sides of the coin's got to be looked at. And here's the thing, the streets are going to be divided in that situation. You're going to have some people who, for whatever reason, don't agree with KRN and think that it looks one way. And then you're going to have some people that agree with KRN and they're going to see it that way. And this goes for any beef, right? Any beef in any sector. Some people are going to take sides. Some people are not going to take sides. Some people are going to see both sides of the coin. They're going to try to stay out of it for whatever reason if they like both parties. Then you're going to have people who choose sides one way or the other, right? Whether they like one person and don't like the other, or vice versa. You know, you're going to see it, and it's going to be messy, and there's going to be a lot said in different forms and fashions. That's the same way I am, church lady. I try to be fair. No matter if I like you, don't like you, or I feel indifferently, I'm still going to try to be fair. Unless I know you're just a piece of shit human, then I'm sorry. That's out the window. Fuck you. There's only so many people I could say that to. And that's very, 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 very select, small few. I think I know like 2 people in my mind that it's always going to be a big F you to them. I'm sorry. There's only 2 people that's that way in my mind. Maybe 3 or 4. But, you know, most people, I could be very fair to, even if I don't like them. You know what? I take that back. Even people I can't stand, I'm still fair to. That's some bullshit. How do you quit being so damn nice sometimes? Shit. It's like I don't know, twin mama. I was talking about some beef sector ish that's going on. But what in the tarnation is going on? How's your morning? How's the babies? Oh, and oh my God, they're so cute. Okay. Anyway, cute babies. I was talking about being fair. Like, I'm fair to even people I don't like. Like, if somebody was running around with a rumor and putting a jacket on somebody's back that I absolutely can't stand, and I know the jacket ain't right. Like if somebody went around calling somebody the P word, right? And I didn't have no definite proof. There were no charges, no nothing. I would absolutely try to clear up that story because I don't believe that's right to put on someone or anyone for that matter. Like even JT, I don't like him, but I wouldn't let that jacket be put on his back without proof. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that shit. Like that ain't cool. There's certain things that you just don't do. You know what I'm saying? There's a line in my mind of morals that you don't cross, and even if you don't like a person, you still don't let falsities be spread. You want the truth to be spread, right? Not falsities. Well, I'm gonna say this: me and Miss Tracy have never had an issue, ever. Uh, you know what I'm saying? Like even with me and Ness, we've never had an issue. And when Ness is right, I'm gonna make sure I say, hey, Ness was right about this situation. But if she's wrong, she's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta call it down the middle, no matter if people you like are beefing. You can't like you gotta stand for something or you're gonna fall for everything. Right? I have morals, I have convictions, and if somebody like here's the thing Ness did the right thing. A lot of people talk crap about that lady for what she did for her son. And I don't think that is right. If she did what was best for that child, that was what was best for that child. You know what I'm saying? Like I would never use that against her in a beef ever because I think that was what was best. And I can never fault her for that. A lot of people do. Because sometimes we do hard things that we have to deal with as consequences, but it's what's best. You're technically being selfless and selfish at the same time. And sometimes you got to do what's best. And if that's what was best at the time, that's what was best. Sometimes we got to take ourselves out of the situation, take our feelings. Now, I will say that I can understand the second part of that, church lady. I always say kids should be off limits, 100%. I've always said that. Doxing kids, messing with kids, talking about kids in a negative, disparaging way has always been Right? So, did I say hi to you earlier? I think I did, but I just want to say, you know what I'm saying? Like me, myself, and I would never let false rumors be spread about anybody, even if I don't like them. I'm not gonna let that happen because I don't think that's cool. I'm gonna spread the truth, if anything. That's like I've seen a lot of people trying to put jackets on people, and I've stood up for them, even if they've done me dirty. Even if they've done me dirty, you get what I'm saying? I was making sure because, child, you know my brain with my ADHD. I don't want to be rude and shit. See, that's the only thing I will say. No matter if y'all fighting, the kids should have never been brought into it. It should have stayed on the adults. And if in case, you know, you were wrong for inserting yourself, which you've admitted to, right? She should admit that she was wrong for messing with the kids, no matter if y'all were beefing. You know what I'm saying? No matter if y'all were beefing, the kids should always be off limits with everybody. And that's across the board. Even people I like who do that, right? Doesn't mean I agree with them. Just because I support and like everybody doesn't mean that I agree with every sentiment that they do. I don't have to agree with another grown adult. I can agree to disagree. I cannot like what they're doing at that moment. You know what I'm saying? I cannot agree with it. That's me, right? I can't tell another grown adult what the damn to do in their life. They are grown ups. It's their option, their choice to do what the hell they please, right? So I can't tell another grown up how to fight. I can't tell another grown up what to do. I can say for myself that I don't like doxing. I can say for myself that I think kids should be off limits. Right? But I can't tell somebody else what to do. I can't tell somebody else what to do. They're grown ups. That's their choice. I can say I don't like it and I don't agree with it. We are all adults, and there are going to be some things. What up, Mr. Eric? There are going to be some things that people do that I don't agree with, and that's okay. We can agree to disagree. Just like you can't tell, I can't tell Mr. Eric how he's going to fight if he gets into a fight with somebody, or he going to throw sand in their eye. I can't tell him not to do that. Although technically that's what I would do too. I'm just saying, sometimes street fights, you got to do what you got to do. But I'm making an example of funny. Like, I can't tell church lady, what to do in a fight, in a situation, in a beef. Right? Grown up. You're grown up. We may fight differently. I believe that kids and families should be off limits. When people start calling people's grandmama, auntie, uncles, cousins, baby daddy, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I believe that is too far, in my opinion. I, myself, may talk some shit on people. I may have exposed some truth about a motherfucker in their own words. Not from my mouth, from their mouth. But I have never bothered anybody's family off this app. Never called anybody's family, never doxed their relatives, none of that shit. You don't see that shit on my page. I don't do that stuff. I think it should stay on the internet. If it is words on the internet, keep it as words. Now, I may call a motherfucker a witch that look like they don't need a mask for Halloween. Bitch, you already got your Halloween costume on every day of your life. You may be ugly as shit. And I may say that. And you could call me ugly as shit. But that don't mean I'm going offline, calling your job, calling your house, calling CPS on you. I'm not going up there bothering you whatsoever when it comes to real life, because I think that's bullshit and you should never take it offline like that. I'm not going to call your grandmama. I'm not going to bother your 80-year-old grandmama. She chilling. She don't know what's going on this internet. She has no idea. You know what I'm saying? Leave the 80-year-old grandmama alone. Leave people's mama alone. Leave people's children alone. Leave them alone. Keep it on y'all's beef between each other. Y'all two grown-ass adults. Leave it on two grown-ass adults. You know what I'm saying? When two folk get into it, they get into it. It is what it is. But leave it on that. Leave the dead alone. I ain't dragging the dead. That's me. But I can't tell nobody else not to do that. That's their right to do as they choose. I can choose not to do it. You know what I'm saying? I can't make anybody else make different choices. It's their life. It's their choices. It's what they decide to do, right? Doesn't mean I have to agree with it. Doesn't mean I have to like it. Also, if I see that done entirely too much, there's also a possibility I'm gonna walk away from your ass because I just can't. I can't deal with that shit. You know what I mean? I don't like involving myself in that shit. Kids are innocent, and anybody and real men don't attack women and children, but especially children. Any man who has to come at somebody else's kids is not a man at all. Mm-mm. Any woman who does that is not a woman at all. Because you're attacking an innocent who cannot defend themselves. You're attacking an innocent. That shows you're a punk bitch that you can't go after the actual adult. Because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go after the adult, not the innocent kids. That would be like me going up to somebody's house, right? And instead of calling out the adult I have a beef with, I'm going to try to fight their kid. Really? That makes you a punk bitch. You know what I'm saying? You go after the adult that you're going after. Leave the kids alone. You know what I'm saying? I still don't understand that sometimes why men try to on this apparatus try to go after people's kids and all this other shit. It don't make no sense to me. But anyway, I'm sitting here chilling. Anybody doing a special live tonight? Please let me know. I know that at midday today we have Creole Butterfly is doing a live, and then we have Bertha May doing one at 11:40 a.m. From the beefing sector. Is anybody else gonna be doing any stuff today so I can tell people where to be, where to meet, where to go? Yeah, I don't understand why any grown ass individual would try to go after a child or try to talk mess on a kid or talk disparagingly about kids. Cause it to me makes you look weak as hell that you can't go back after the adult. Like, two adults fighting is two adults fighting, but why you gotta, like, here's the thing. If I was having church lady, I'm gonna say you because you in chat right now. We're just example, you know what I'm saying? If me and you was beefing, me you was fighting, right? I ain't going after your kids. I'm gonna keep it on you. I'm gonna read you for the fact yourself. Now I will say I did give that advice the other day. I jumped up on Lemon's link and I gave an advice to Shakim. I wasn't talking mess about Shakim. I wasn't talking bad about him. What I'm telling him, he is getting better at his beefing. When he first came in, he was a little bit rusty. Because I mean, I know he didn't grow up in the beef sector like that, and he's learning. He's doing better. To know thy enemy. I said that for a reason. Anybody needs to know that. Know thy enemy so you can read them for the facts of their life, right? Know what they've said in the past, what they've brought to this application so that you can use their words against them, right? If you're in an active beef with someone, know thy enemy. Because if you just reading them for filth and it ain't making no sense and it's live roasting, a lot of people are not going to respect your roast. Study your opponent. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know they got a problem with that, okay, I'm going to use a funny, stupid example. You know they got a problem with their big toe, right? And you know that big toe is a sensitive subject for them. Like, they big toe is all fucked up, bro. You know, it's all fucked up. Well, then you going to read that big toe for filth, right? You know what their weakness is. It's that big toe, bro. If you know they got a cottage cheese belly or dimple rolls in the back of their neck or a fat roll on their forehead, make fun of that fat roll on their forehead because you know that's the facts of life, right? Read them for the facts of their life. Study your opponent. Know who you're going after. Don't just randomly say shit. Sometimes if you randomly say shit, it'll be a little funny, but after a while, you're going to keep saying the same thing over and over again. So study. Know thy opponent. Learn your shit. That way when your roast come out, it sound good. That's what I was trying to say over at Lemons. Because if you don't know and you just over here saying off the wall shit, it really ain't gonna make sense and it ain't gonna hit. It ain't gonna hit. I'm sorry, but some folk got the cottage cheese bellies. I may have a fat roll, baby, but my stomach flat, and I ain't got a cottage cheese belly, and I ain't got a cottage cheese booty, and I ain't got dimples in my ass. My ass is smooth as shit, and I ain't got fat rolls on my back. My back is smooth as shit. You know what I mean? So that's like if you know a person's actually pretty and you call them ugly. That's live roasting, baby. And a person can only be so many bitches and hoes. And I love it when they try to say I'm a hoe and I know I ain't a hoe because I'm like, you live roasting bitch. Like I'm saying, like, oh, Catfish, you going live today? What time, Catfish? Ooh, I gotta spread yo. I gotta go to your channel. Ooh, y'all, Catfish. Catfish said they're gonna go live. Are you really going live? Are you playing me? Are you playing me? Don't play with my emotions, Soki. Don't be playing with my emotions. You can't be playing with my emotions. Don't get me all excited and then threaten me with a good time and then lie to me. You better go live, damn it. Because I want to know. Because you know you play with my emotions like that, I'm going to cry. Don't play with my emotions. Oh, Lord. Catfish playing with my emotions, y'all. Oh, Lord. Don't do it to me. I wanted you to go live. Okay. Playing with my emotions like that. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. But don't be playing with my emotion. Don't be pulling my leg. Get me all excited and threaten me with a good time and don't keep me on the good time, child. You threatened me with a good time. And I didn't even get to get the good time. Oh, catfish is actually pretty and beautiful and not a real catfish. But I love when people call us catfishes. Um, you know what I'm saying? Like they try to claim my pictures fake. Now, do I know my angles? Yes. Do I have chubby cheek syndrome? Hell yeah, I do. I got chubby cheek syndrome. Um, but do I care what others think or say about me? Hell to the no. I don't give a damn. Call me fat, call me white, call me this, call me that. Baby, it ain't what they call me, it's what I answer to, and I ain't answer to none of it, bitch. Now, if you wanted to keep it online and go back and forth, we could go back and forth, but your bitch ass want to take it offline. So, fuck you, hoe. My ignore game is on point. I ain't paying attention to you. Ain't worth my time. Catfish, I can teach you. I can teach you how to go live if you ever want to. Okay. So you know how you jump up on a StreamYard link, right? If I were to drop that right now, you can jump up on StreamYard. Okay. So what you do, if you got a computer, you go to StreamYard.com /.com or whatnot. You sign in with your YouTube account through StreamYard. There's a little button when you're on StreamYard that says go live. Right? I'll show you. I'm gonna do a StreamYard tutorial right quick. Hold on. But I'm oh nope, I don't wanna enter. I wanna go back. I'm gonna go to StreamYard right here. I'm gonna show y'all something. Hold on. We're gonna share screen. We're gonna share screen. Hold on. I'm just teaching y'all something. We're gonna present screen, share screen, and I'm gonna show y'all how to do this. Okay. Okay. So this right here is what your StreamYard look like, right? This right here is what it looked like when you go into StreamYard. You have your account, you signed in with your YouTube, right? You'll sign in, when you get in, it'll say something there about signing in. You sign in with your YouTube. So here you have your library and your destinations. Make sure your destination says your YouTube channel right here. Right here, right here. Okay. When you hit the home button right here, you go down here to here, And there'll be a little thing down here that says, because I'm live right now, it won't show you it. It'll say a plus sign, right? You know what I'm saying? It'll say right here. See this right here? Live stream. See that plus sign? I can hit that and it's going to tell me to create live stream. I can do a studio pre-recorded. I'm going to do studio because I'm doing a live. I'm going to click on my channel. Make sure it's clicked, right? I'm going to make sure it's clicked. I'm going to put my title in here. Put a title right there. I can put something in the description box. I can schedule it for later. Say what time, what day. Upload my thumbnail right here. I always do that so you can upload your thumbnail from here and you don't have to go into your YouTube studios, right? And then you're going to create that live stream. Well, when you create that live stream, it's going to be down here. And it'll say enter studio, right? So I'm in the studio right now, right here. And I can press enter studio. It's going to take me to it, right? And I would enter right now, but it's going to just show y'all like a triple me, and I don't want to do that. So when I enter my studio, I'm going to change screens, and I'm going to share this one. I'm going to share this one, right? Oh, well, is it not? It's not going to show that one. But let's say I entered studio from here, right? In the top right corner, it's going to say go live. So I'm going to click go live right there. I'm going to present screen right quick and show y'all something. I'm going to stop that screen share. I'm going to show y'all something. This is what StreamYard look like when you inside of it, right? I'm going to show y'all the window. I'm going to show y'all the window and whatnot. And so it's going to look funny right there in the little box. Don't pay attention to that. So right here, it shows you that I'm live, right? That's where your go live button is going to be. And you can edit your title, edit your shit. You can go over here. You can create your banners. Those are basically little things that tick across the bottom or whatnot. Then you have your media assets right here. Okay, so this is my watermark right there. This is my logo right here. Did y'all see it? It's up in the right corner at the top. Okay. Down here is where I have my overlays. So if I want to put up my overlay, right? Down here is where I have my intro and my outro. Now you can put them up here if you pay for it. If you don't pay for it, you can't use this part up here. But I have mine already set up. So as soon as I start my show, this automatically starts. I don't have to start it. But let's say I didn't have that up there and I wanted to start my video. Well, as soon as I go live, I'd have to go right here. I could add a video clip. I'd click on one of these and press show. I could also loop the video and make it keep playing until I stop it. Right? Now, down here, you have your backgrounds. Now, you can't have a moving background if you don't pay for StreamYard. So you got to use one of these. Or you can upload one that don't move. Right? That don't move. But that's where you're going to put your backgrounds. Right? And they do have background music you can use right here. Right? And then you have your style. Do you want it to be in squares, circles? You know what I'm saying? Like what you want. And you can go down here. You can change your color. You can change, how to display names and headlines are shown. Default camera view. You can do circles, squares, or rectangles. Now, the new thing is they have different fonts that you can use. But you got to pay for these. So extra for professional mode and whatnot. So that's that. So I'm going to stop sharing this right quick. But that's how you do it. It's super, super simple. I will say this. You know what, Catfish? You, American Honey, and Miss W should totally do a live together. And call it and put it like a picture of a garden hoe on it. Say this is the hose. The hoe chat. See, take their names they give you and use it for your own goodness. Mm-hmm. They could call it Hoes Before Bros. Or Garden Hose. Let's see. Garden Hose Lives Matter too. I'm trying to think, of different things and whatnot that you could call it, but still, it would be funny. But that's just a little tutorial on StreamYard. StreamYard is actually very easy to use for new users. I would say that. That's the only reason I keep paying that $44 a month for it, because it's worth it. Um, but that's why I keep paying for it, because ease of use, and when I decide to have guests, it doesn't just kick them off. I do like Restream. I love it, but it don't like all my guests. So that's the reason, I use this versus Restream. But I will say Restream does work pretty good if you're not going to have a pen. Well, here's the thing. Sometimes Restream works for certain people and not others. It works well for um, laptops. It does not work well for cell phones or tablets. A lot of people with cell phones or tablets, it likes to drop them for some reason. But I do like Restream. It is pretty, in my opinion, and it's easy to use. So if you're not wanting to pay for it yet or whatnot, you can use StreamYard for part of the time. Like if you're going to do a panel show, and you can use Restream when you're just going to be by yourself. And you could do it for the free 99, right? So you could use StreamYard for half the month and Restream for the other half of the month. Or you could go back and forth between them. Hold on just a minute, y'all. But no, yeah, but yeah, y'all could totally do y'all's own little show, and y'all don't have to come on here on camera. Y'all could do like I'm doing right now. Do your little picture. You don't have to. And no matter what nobody says, oh, you gotta be on. No, you don't. How many people sit behind their avatar right now? You don't have to be on camera if you don't want to. And anybody who tries to say anything, they can kiss your ass. Kiss it. It ain't none of their damn business what you decide to do on your channel. Y'all wonder why I stay behind my avatar most of the time? It's not because I'm ashamed of what I look like. None of that shit. First off, I don't have my setup yet for my PC room that I'm going to put up. I haven't set up my desk and my PC and all this other stuff. So I don't have like the setup that I want. So that's one of the main reasons right now I'm just doing my thing behind my thing, because I don't have the lighting and stuff like that. Y'all wouldn't be able to see me well anyway. That's why I do it most of the time the way I got it done. To tell you the God honest truth, I haven't set up my setup yet. Right? And I'm literally in a dark room. What the hell are you gonna see? That's why I'm doing it behind my avatar. That's the only reason. I don't have my setup yet, so like what you really gonna see is me sitting here in the dark. You know what I'm trying to say? Like that don't make sense to turn on your cam when people can't see nothing anyway. So I'm waiting until I get my setup. I haven't set up my setup, but when I do, I'm gonna be going live more from my camera. You know what I'm saying? Because I have videos of myself on my channel. I'm not afraid to cam up. That's stupid. I'm using my real picture of myself. You really think I'm insecure? No, I ain't got shit to do with insecurity, motherfucker. It's got to do with the fact that you can't see me anyway. I'm in a dark room with no lights. Duh. So why would I turn on the camera? That makes no sense when it's like it ain't really good lighting in here and shit. I want good lighting. I want my camera set up right. I want to look, I want mine. I don't have my desk yet for mine. So I'm looking down at the computer. I want my shit to look right when I put on my camera. You get what I mean? I want it to look right. Okay, let me show y'all something. They caught me in that compromising position of my head down, correct? Yes, I have a chubby cheek. But when you're looking directly at the camera, you're not that big. When you're looking down, obviously it's different. You can't see good enough. I look blurry right here. I don't have my setup yet. I look exactly the same in those photos that I do in real life. I look no different. I have chubby cheeks. It is what it is. Okay? I don't give a fuck. I don't have my setup yet. I don't have my computer sitting on a desk. It's sitting on a bed right now because I'm chilling in my room. Duh. When I get my shit set up right and I get a better camera, I'm also using the camera from the laptop. I want to get an actual good webcam. You know what I'm saying? And I have a microphone, but I'm going to get a better one because, yeah. Yeah, Catfish, he don't know. I'll say this right here, that you take care of people and you're a good person, and it don't matter what he thinks. Catfish, it really don't. You know who you are. You know what you do in your real life. You know what I'm saying? You know who you taking care of and what you doing. Ain't nobody got time for no damn drama-filled person who don't really know you in real life. I know, right? This camera is blurry as shit and all kind of stuff. I got to get a better camera that's than what's built into my laptop, right? It's blurry, it's all this other shit. I got to get a better one cuz it just don't look right. And especially with no light in here and stuff right now, which I got lights, but I need like a desk or something, if that makes sense, so I can set the computer up. Because right now it's just sitting on the bed. And I need to have it to where I have an actual, so it won't move and it'll sit right. And I want to have my background right and all this other shit. Oh no, let me tell you what's funny, church lady. Most people who see me on the internet, like in videos or anything like that, and then they meet me in real life, they say, "Girl, you a lot smaller than I thought you was." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I look like fat as shit on camera for some reason. I don't know what it is versus real life. You know what I'm saying? I guess that old adage that the camera adds 10 pounds is true. I'm not sure. But I don't mind being fluffy. I love my fluffy self. I know, right? Take the pantyhose off your head. Show your real face. Show what you really look like. Show how your skin looking today. Oh, I'm fluffy. I admit I'm fluffy. But I'm not as big as I look on camera for some reason. Because even when my husband met me, you gotta hear this story. He looked at me and goes, "Where's the rest of you?" Because he thought I was a lot bigger in person, but he's like, "I could put my hands all the way around you. Like, you're not that as big as you look for some reason." And I'm like, "I don't fucking know. Don't ask me." One of my other friends that I've been knowing for 6, 7 years, 8 years said the same damn thing when they met me in person. I'm like, "I don't know. I don't know why I look so damn fluffy. Shit, don't ask me." Don't ask me. I don't know. Yes, I swear to God, they both thought I was bigger than what I was. And when they met me in person, they're like, "Wait, you ain't that big." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. It's weird, ain't it?" Yeah, they asked where the rest of me was because they thought I was a lot bigger than what I really am in person. And it was kind of funny. And I thought it was a hilarious. My other friend, he goes, I thought you was a big old gal, because they thought I was big, like, right? And they were like, damn, you not that big. I thought you was way bigger. Every person that meets me says the same thing. I don't know why, but I guess it's my chubby cheek syndrome, because I do have chubby cheek syndrome. I really do. I have fat ass cheeks. Really, really do. Um, but like, it's chubby cheek syndrome. I got baby face. I got a baby face from hell. I do not look like I'm about to be 40 years old, and that's a good thing. Even when I was in my 20s, I looked like a little kid. It was fucked up. But I am starting to get people to say I look like I'm in my 20s now, which is awesome. Because you imagine all your life, people think you a little ass kid. And I had kids talking down to me when I was in college, and I was like 6, 7, 8 years older than most of them kids. They thought I was like 16 or 17 doing like, college classes as a high schooler. I had little kids talking down to me, like 17, 18-year-old kids. And I was like 25, 26 at the time, thinking I was a 15, 16-year-old kid. 17 at the most is what I got, thinking I was doing college courses as a high schooler. They were asking me what high school I went to. I was like, shit, I ain't in high school. I'm a grown ass woman. I had kids argue with me about that, and I had to show ID. I said, how old do you think I am? Every time because the way they would talk to me, I'd look at them and then I'd go, how old do you think I am? I will say this, Catfish Love, I don't pay attention to any of those hateful people. Do you know one of the reasons why they're so hateful, Catfish? Because they really have nothing going on in their real lives and nobody who truly loves them because of their hateful nature, right? Because of the way they speak to people and talk to people, their kids and their families really don't want much to do with them. And they're super unhappy, or they have really bad self-esteem issues or feel bad about themselves, to where they have to hate on other people and put them down and do those things because they're so unhappy. So technically, people like that, you should kind of feel sorry for them. You should feel sorry for them because they have nothing going on. They have nobody that truly loves them and cares about them. And if they do have a few, that's why they're so lonely. That's why they're so doing such hateful things. Because their life is shit. You get what I'm saying? Their life is shit. These people don't have kids who depend on them. They don't have a legacy. When they pass away, no one's going to remember them. They have done nothing worthwhile in their life to even be remembered. And if they are remembered at all, it's going to be for the bad things they've done. It's not going to be a good memory. You get what I'm saying? They're not going to have people at their funeral that say that they were good people. Their funeral is going to look really sad. They may have 5 people at their funeral, if that. And most people, if they do show up to their funeral and they have more than 5, are just going to be showing up to see if they're really dead. Not because somebody actually cared about them. That's the sad part and the facts of their life. And in 5 to 10 to 15 years, they're going to have no legacy. None whatsoever. They're not going to have any kids to say, hey, that was my great grandmother and she was an amazing person and she loved my grandfather with all her heart and soul. Like right now, we could speak about our grandparents, our great grandparents, and the amazing things that they did in their lifetime. The sad part is those people may not even have 5 people show up to their funeral, and nobody would care if they passed away tomorrow. Do you know how sad that is to note that about somebody's life? That, because to me, human lives matter, right? And to me, that, you know, human experience matters, but the sad part of reality is they won't be remembered. They won't be loved if something were to happen. You're not going to see people, you know, going, oh my God, I miss them so much. No, most people are going to be celebrating, and not in a good way, because they were such bad people while here on this earth. That's sad, ain't it? That's sad. Think about it in reality. Catfish, you're going to have people who love you, who miss you, who think about you. And you even right now have people, when you disappear off these YouTube streets, who think about you, who miss you, who care about you. Some of those people don't even have that. If they blinked away tomorrow, most people wouldn't care. They would be forgotten within a year or less. People don't care if they go live or not. That's the sad part. Think about it like that. In fact, most people would celebrate if they were gone tomorrow. Think about that shit. That's the legacy that you have. I love the legacy that I have, and the fact that I love all you people. Like, y'all notice, if I don't see Miss Beth, Miss Joy, if I don't see certain folks, I go to worrying if they all right. Like, I ain't seen CFM Queen or none of that shit, and I'll be like, y'all all right? You know, you all right? But that's why they try to make you feel low, Catfish, and make other people feel low. That's why they like to put down American Honey and different people, is because technically they're so unhappy, they want to try to make other people feel unhappy. They're super unhappy with it. And here's the sad part. Here's the truth and reality. If they decided to change and be better people, they could have people who worry about them. They could have people who care. But they like to treat people like shit. And when you treat people like shit, that's what you get. You know what I'm saying? That's your just desserts. That's what I'm saying. No women, no children, no legacy whatsoever. Like, the sad reality, the sad fact is, you leave nothing behind when you go. No one's going to care in 5 to 10 years about your life and your legacy. Think about that shit. That's why they're so unhappy, because their life is shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I say, church lady. Don't worry. Be happy now. Because if they had a life and things to do, they wouldn't be so worried about what other people are doing. They wouldn't be so worried about being hateful to other people. They wouldn't be so worried about you know, who's saying this about me on the internet, who's saying that. Because they'd be too damn booked and busy. I ain't got time for all that. You know what I'm saying? Some folks just ain't happy.
Mostly just because people don't have hobbies.
Yeah, they need hobbies too. That's another thing. You're right about that, son.
I'm not getting into arguing.
Hey, Hood. What up, Hood? How you doing? We mopped the house yesterday, so it's good right now. And whatnot, you know. So the way we have it set up, see the way my checking is set up and my savings. No, I'm just kidding. He done went on back to his room. Oh no, Catfish, that's hilarious. There was another one that was going around. I'm gonna have my best friend, if anybody show up to my shit that I didn't like, right? I'm gonna have my best friend tell folks that shit. She didn't like you anyway. Why you up in here crying? And then there was this other one that was I'm gonna have my best friend like sit there and text people like I'm still there. Scared the shit out of them a little bit. I'm pretty good hood. I'm pretty good hood. We still haven't got like the doctor's notes on all the tests that came back or whatnot. So I'm waiting on that situation to see what he thinks. But I swear to God, I'm gonna have somebody record my voice and then play it at my funeral and scare the shit out of everybody that's up in there. I'm gonna have them record a recording like I'm saying it from the grave. I swear to God. That'd be funny as hell. Think about it. Y'all know I gotta pull one last joke before I go. Y'all know I gotta pull one more. One more out the hat. Y'all know I love to be silly. I gotta pull one out the hat before I go. I gotta be silly one last time. I'm gonna have to make some kind of stupid ass joke or something. And then pull it on everybody. Y'all know I have to do it. I love making jokes with folks. Oh, my back is itching. I see you. I know, I know. Well, come on over here. Come here and sit in Mama's lap. Everything's okay. You be nice and he be nice. Y'all be nice to each other and love each other. Yeah. You go get stuffed and get put up in your kid's living room and they get shared custody. Hey, here's my question. Are you going to have yourself doing the peace sign, the F you to everybody sign? You going to get yourself in a funny like pose when you get stuffed, like so you can mess with people even after? Like I don't know. I want to pull some kind of joke. Like right before I pass away, like there's I didn't tell y'all, but there's something buried on the I'm gone. Like y'all don't know what I'm saying is being buried, whether it be your money left on the property or you gonna do a gangster type pose. Oh my God. I just thought about myself. Y'all know I would have my ass out telling everybody to kiss it on both sides. Y'all know I would do some stupid shit like that. Like I want to be buried with my ass up in there so I can tell everybody to kiss it one last time. Kiss my ever loving ass. I don't give a fuck. You little stupid ass bitch. I don't worry about you. And I want to record my voice going boo or some weird or something. So when people, you know how you go to those wax museums and you can press a button and it tells you about the wax figure, but I want to have it like where it's literally my voice coming out, right? And I'm saying either a funny ass joke or I'm scaring folks. I'm not sure which one yet. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden you hear, what? Like, where the fuck? I thought she was gone. I thought she was gone. Or all of a sudden you hear me go, I'm on the other side. How you doing? I'm watching you right now. I see what the hell you just did. Don't think I did. Ooh, child, I'm telling. See what happened was in retrospect. I saw what you did in that room by yourself. Ooh, I'm telling. And like that's all they hear. And they over there thinking about what they did. I didn't see it for real. I'm already gone, but they think I did anyway. Like all of a sudden you hear my little figure saying, ooh, I'm telling. I saw that. Ooh, you don't think I didn't see that? Ooh, I did. See, what happened was, in retrospect, you thought you could hide that from me, but I'm a ghost now, and I see everything. I scared the shit out of the grandkids. Ooh, you in trouble. Y'all know I'd have to do that one last joke one last time. But see, can't nobody know that I'm gonna say that. They can't know. They can't know. Or literally when they press the button, it just says, "I told you I was gonna haunt your ass. Look behind you." And then all of a sudden you hear a skipping. Boo, bitch! And a motherfucker jump. That'd be awesome. And I want that prank played on every new person who joins the family. Every new person that joins the family. Oh yeah, all of a sudden, put that shit back. What did I tell your ass? You know you're not supposed to do that. I saw that shit. Put me by the cookie jar. So every time one of the, or right there in the living room, and press the button every time one of the grandkids trying to get in the cookie jar before supper. I told you to put that cookie back. Don't be getting that damn cookie jar. I see your ass. And y'all just press the button every time. Put me right by the cookie jar, but press the button like in another room, or have like a little like I need a remote control for myself. So when the grandkids trying to get in the cookie jar, I'm like, put that shit down. You know you ain't supposed to have a cookie for supper. I see you sneaking that shit. I'm telling your mama. I'm telling. Ooh, you know you in trouble. Could you imagine being a grandkid or a great grandkid and you didn't know grandmama, right? But you sneaking in that cookie jar and you got your hand in it, and all of a sudden you hear the statue come to life and say, "Put that shit there." That scared the bejesus out of you. I see what the hell you doing. That's all. They when they trying to sneak and do something, they put me in another room, and all of a sudden I say, "I see what the hell you doing. Stop that shit." Now I'm gonna tell you what I want, Hood. If something happened to me, I wanna be cremated, and I wanna be like on How High. I want a bunch of weed growed, and I want to be sprinkled with all the weed. So when people smoke me, right? When they smoke me, I want to be like on How High. Mm-hmm. I want to make people happy one last time before I go. Or I want to be planted with an apple tree and people eat the fruit of my loins. But I want to get people high. And I want to be like Tally off of South Park. Want to get high so I can have a puff puff repass. I want people to be happy. Even though I don't smoke weed or nothing like that. I don't do drugs. I don't do, liquor or none of that stuff. I want people to be happy. And I know if they smoke a little ganja, they're going to be happy and hungry. So, maybe a little horny, maybe all three, you don't know. But I want them to be happy and smiling and going, hell yeah. Smoke weed every day. I don't know why that makes me think of that song, but it does. I don't smoke, church lady, because I ain't got a card yet, so I don't do it. I want to do it the legal way. I did it the illegal way as a kid when I was real young, because I think all kids done something stupid. So that was mine when I was younger, but I'm older now, so you know. Oh snap! You better hope your stalker don't get a hold of your ashes, child. I got some stalkers too, Hood. I hope they don't mess with my ashes or smoke none of my ganja. If I get buried with the ganja, I don't want them to get none. They don't deserve none. Only the people I like get the ganja. They get the Mary Jane. I'm in love with Mary Jane. She's my main thing. She make me feel alright. She make my heart sing. And when I'm feeling low. That's true. That's true, Miss Burr. That Miss Beth. That's true. Because the child is born into this evil world, and then we should rejoice when someone passes because they get to move on to glory. Hey, Miss Beth, how you doing this morning? Hey, Hood, you know what you could do? You know what you could do for your stalker? Tell him it's your ashes, but put something like that stinks or something in it, and let them have it, and say you really cared about them. And then they have to wear that around their neck or something, or wear it around them, or they have it with them, but it's really a bad thing and not a good thing. Ooh, you could do that to your stalker too. Just saying. Or you can hope and pray your stalker go before you. Money, 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 money. Okay, sorry. Had to do it. You could make them a pie, Hood. Hood. You can make them. I don't know why I just almost called you Hood tape. Hood. You can make them a pie and tell them to eat your shit like on the help. Make them a shit pie. I don't know if I could do all that though. Like I don't like playing with poop like that. I know some folks like to reach their hand in toilets and play with poop, but not me. So I don't know. I'd have to get somebody else to do it for me and then tell them to eat my shit. I just want to do like that one good time. Oh hell no! Tell him he can't get in that keychain with you. You in peace now. We don't need you. We don't need that other shit. He might try to get in the keychain with you, or she might, or he might. It's he. Damn. Rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Put a rebuking charm on your keychain. Rebuke it. Leave me alone. I'm telling you. Stalkers need to leave people alone. I don't know why people have the time to stalk somebody. I ain't got enough time for all that. That just take up too much time. I ain't stalking nobody. I ain't got enough time for all that, man. I got to live life and shit. Stalking take too much. I'm too lazy to be a stalker, to tell you the goddamn truth. It takes too much energy to stalk somebody, and I ain't got time for all that. Hey, Stiffy, I loved your premiere yesterday. It was super funny. It was hilarious. And you did so good with that. And I want to give you your props, because I know that took a lot of editing. You had to make up the whole script. You had to put everything together. Like, that take time to do. You know what I'm saying? That takes time to do all that. I want to give you your flowers. It was well put together, well made. You know, the cartoons matched what you were talking about, or what the story was talking about, which that's a whole lot. It took you time to make that, and it was amazing. And it was super funny. And a couple times I laughed so hard I cried, just to let you know. That's why I couldn't, like, you'd see me do the laugh emoji and I couldn't comment, or I even misspelled some words and stuff, because child, I was laughing too hard. I was laughing. I was just laughing super hard. It was hilarious. I got one big ass son, Hood. I don't have three. I have one. But if I had three, shoot, I bet don't nobody mess with you. Shoot, they done got their ass beat. Just saying. It's okay. Go back to sleep. It's all right. My ADHD puppy was laid down in my lap asleep and he heard something. He raising up looking like, what I miss? Lay back down. It's okay. Yeah, I swear I'm gonna try to take me a nap today. Why do my ADHD though like say, nope, bitch, you ain't taking a nap today. It ain't happening. I'm like, but I want a nap. Nobody, and who can love you like me? Nobody, and who can sex you like me? Nobody, nobody, baby. Want it, I want it, I want. I love that song. Dude, I love that song. That's a good song right there. Come on up here. Up. Come on. Come on. Good girl. Yeah, no, we're going to take our nappies. Just fall out, why don't you? Come on, big girl. Come on. I know, I know, I know. I know y'all jealous of each other. Yeah, y'all all want attention at the same time. Yeah, I know. What? You want kisses? Okay, mama give you kisses. Oh, all right. And in a little while, I have to save my boxer because she'll stay under the cover and get too hot. And so then she'll start breathing hard. And then I have to save her from the evil cover monster because it'll try to take her out. No, no, church lady, I can't physically can't. But child, I do love that song though. That is some baby making music because you know Keith Sweat, most of his music was baby making music. He had that baby making music, baby. Mm-hmm. So Dr. Creole is gonna be going live at 12:05. I'm gonna have you going, Dr. Creole Love Butterfly. I'm gonna have Bertha Maya going in one ear. I'm trying to figure out there was somebody else. Oh, who had a live that was scheduled. I'm trying to remember, man. Y'all know I got bad memory. I got a badass memory. Oh, they finally got the official flyer up. Let me show y'all something. This is the official flyer. Now, if y'all ain't, they're gonna be doing a talent show. Let me see. On my friend Lemon's page, the official flyer for the talent. All is welcome to join. You have 5 minutes on the clock to showcase your talent. First, second, and third place winners, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which would be 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. The judges are Ghetto Intellect, Brianna, Dr. Queen Pisces, Mika, Unapologetically Mika, and Mr. Rick Reed. This will be going on June the 14th on a Saturday on 2025. The host will be Lemon, and the co host is Binary Code. The location, Lemon's channel. 2,000 plus on the pot. I'm advertising an event, son. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna share Lemon's channel out for those of y'all who may or may not want to join that. Also, Church Lady, boo, if you could go ahead and drop your Cash App right now, because I'm gonna put it in the description box of this video and a few videos from now, just to make sure I got the right one. Y'all, Church Ladies' babies are doing a thing. Uh, they're doing flag and whatnot, and stuff like that. Church Lady, if you would like to come up, we gonna do it a couple times. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna invite you up right quick to talk about this situation, and that way people can understand what's going on. And we're gonna drop your Cash App every day. Put it in the description box of the videos. So if people want to help you, help those babies to get to they programs or whatnot, they may do so if they feel it in their heart to do so, right? Um, so I like to share the wealth. I like to share out folks and what they doing, and all that other good lovely stuff. Uh, so for the last few minutes of the show today, hey D Ham Love, what we gonna do? I put the StreamYard link in there. We gonna do that. So Creole just put her, not Creole, Church Lady. That's supposed to be yours. Wait, y'all both got that? Oh wait, shit! Don't fuck me up, man. Why am I almost messed myself up. Okay, so I'm gonna copy that. That's your. Okay, I'm gonna copy that. I don't know why I'm thinking that you and Creole got the same damn thing. Thank you.
Hey sis, you can hear me?
I can hear you good.
Ooh, good. Good girl. That caught me by surprise today.
Well, I figure what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in the description box of every single video, or
Thank you.
in the comment section and pin it,
Yes.
and that way people can help them babies with they now it's flag, right? They doing flag this.
Yes, they doing flag line. Both of them. And my oldest girl is a senior. So this is her last year doing flag line. And my baby girl is a freshman. And this is her first year doing flag line. And we've raised over half of it. The full price of it is 1,800. It's 911 each, with one of them knocked off. I think 150 because they already have. One of them has the shoes from last year, which is actually this year they finished, and they gonna start it up again next year. It's a part of the band, which for some reason the school does not fund the band. The parents have to fund all of these things and everything. But we sold dinners. We came up with the first half, and the second half is due in July. So we have until July to come up with the second half, and we already have about 200 maybe of the second half. So we probably need right at maybe 400 more, but that's it. And we'll
So
be doing our part as well. Whatever they give, that's fine. Make sure they put in a note that it's for flag line. Um, so that way I can send it directly over to my daughter's Cash App, because I have her Cash App separate for that particular reason, to hold the fundings for their flag line.
okay, so make sure you put in the in the description box in the thing for flag line, so that we'll know for sure, right? And
Yes,
go ahead, and if you feel it in your heart to bless those babies, every little bit counts. So if
that's
you like
right.
$5 right now, $10 in 2 weeks, every amount helps.
And we greatly appreciate it. It's going towards the youth, and that's exactly where it's going towards. If you want to see it, then that's fine. I'm willing to, show it to y'all, because y'all are actually investing. in the children. So y'all do deserve to see, what's going on. But if y'all want to see the proof and all that, I'll be glad to have them print out a receipt and all that good stuff and email
So
it or however we have to do it. But just let me know how y'all want it handled.
here my thing. If you give out of the goodness of your heart, you know that it's going to the children and it's going to help the kids do extracurricular activities, the flag line, and all that stuff. So if you feel it in your heart to, donate to a good cause, this will be a dang good cause to donate to if you feel it in your heart. If you don't
Yes.
feel it in your heart, we ask you not to do it because we don't want you feeling some type of way,
Please
right?
don't. Please don't. Because I'll tell you, it ain't going towards me because I got a husband. And he also has helped when it comes to the kids as well. And their fathers have also helped as well. So, that's not the issue. It's just this so
It's a
much.
lot. It's a
Yeah,
lot.
that's a huge amount just for that, not including. Okay, can you hear me? Not
I can hear
including
you
that
now.
I'm
Yeah.
all okay. Not including that I'm also putting one of them through driver's ed schools as well, which is like 400 and something extra dollars. So it's hitting back to back, and I have three of them, three kids. Um,
And with one graduating, you supposed to be paying for graduation, which is a
oh
whole nother
man,
thing.
oh man, I'm already ready to cry because they like her ring. That was like 400 and something dollars, and
Hmm.
we paid for that out of pocket. And whew, graduation is something else. We were gifted prom dresses, thank goodness, uh, for prom this year, so we won't have to pay for that. But ooh, Lord have mercy, it's just so much. I have one that's gonna do homecoming, so they have to do all those outfit changes for homecoming. And girl, I'm gonna be crying this year. I'll
Oh,
probably
I
be
know.
bald headed,
Trust me.
girl. Oh, gray
I
headed or
didn't
bald headed, one of them.
realize you don't realize how much all that stuff costs until you yourself either go through graduation or your kids, and it's done raised up since we were kids. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? How much it
Exactly.
costs. So I want to at the end of every show, for a while, I'm probably just gonna get you to drop your cash up, do a little thing. I might make a little banner or
Thank
something like
you.
a little graphic, so you don't have to come up and explain it every single time. You
Thank
know,
you. I appreciate it.
and post that at the end of the show every day. And those or beginning and end, so those who feel it in their heart to donate can do
Right.
so at their
And don't put
discretion.
yourself in a squeeze if you know you can't afford it. Just send us your prayer because God gonna work it out.
Hmm.
He gonna work it out, and I'm still gonna love you the same, child. Whether you give or not, I'm gonna love you the same.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna say this. I thank our supporters right now because I just had to spend my YouTube check this month on my son for some of his tests
Ooh,
because insurance didn't pay for all of it.
gotta come through on time.
He did too, because the same day I got told that insurance didn't pay for it all was the same day my YouTube check dropped.
Honey. And that was nothing but the Lord.
I'm telling you, I was
Ooh.
like, shoot. I was like, you mean I got to pay over $100 and some dollars out of pocket? Woo-hoo.
I would have been crying too. Like, wait a minute, don't isn't the health insurance health insurance?
Them copays be
Oh,
something. Them
they
copays be
do,
something.
they do, and especially towards a certain part of the year, they kind of funny with it. Don't let it be around Christmas time. You got to copay and then got to put Christmas together too. Oh
Shoot, let me
no.
tell you what I used to do, church lady, because I was a single mom doing it by myself for many, many years. Okay, in January, they have big sales, right?
Uh huh. Sure
And
do.
then right after spring and summer. So what I would do, I would buy his clothes a year in advance.
Wow.
I would put it up in the closet for, Christmas stuff, right? I would buy
Yeah.
toys, different things. I would buy them a little
Hmm.
here, a little there, a little here, a little there. So by the
Yep.
time Christmas came, my son has always had a big ass Christmas.
Exactly. That's how my mom does.
And, well, it don't. If you think about it like this, it don't put as much strain on you to do it that way.
Right.
And
Right.
so that's what I'd do. I'd buy something here, buy something there. I'd put it up. That's why I always had a locked closet so his little ass couldn't get in there. Um,
Right.
and be nosy because you know how kids be. And
Exactly.
I'd be a little here, a little there, a little here, a little there. Put it back, put it back, put it back. And by the time Christmas came around, huge ass Christmas every year.
Now I kind of did that little last year and year before, and even with their Valentines, I get it like a month ahead and I hide it. I go to my mom's house and it's a room there that don't ever be used. Baby, I hide it right up in that closet because them kids don't ever go in that particular room when they go over there to visit.
Better
And
be
that's
careful
where I
saying
hide
that
their
out
stuff
loud,
at.
girl.
Oh,
They'll figure it out.
oh, thank
Shit.
God. They sleep, thank God.
I'm telling you. But now my son old enough that, it's a little different. Now it's more so he likes me, by pretty much buying gift cards and different things for
Yeah,
Steam and all
yeah.
that. But when he was little, I can snitch on it now. Um, when he was little, that's what I used to do. Is I'd hide it. I'd buy a bunch up at one time, like,
Oh yeah.
and a little here, a little there. When I had like, let's say, tax time came up or something came up, and I got a
Yep.
little chunk of change or something.
That's how I have to do for the youngest one.
I would buy up when I had it and then put it up, hide it.
Hmm.
By the time that year came, he was straight, and I did that by myself for many, 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 many moons. So he's
The
always
oldest
had.
one, they want $150 each, and they'll do their own shopping. They so spoiled.
Well, now that he older, it's more so, Mom, I want this video game. Mom, I
Right.
want this. Or like this
Hmm.
last year, he got a brand new PC.
Go on, nephew.
He got a gaming PC, and I'm gonna tell you something. Those things ain't
I want
cheap.
one. I want one. I was looking at one, and I think just the modem alone was right along close to $1,000,
The
and the
tower
screen,
that's you get.
yes,
Let me tell you what you get with the tower. You get the tower. You can get a keyboard and a
yep,
mouse
it
for
was the
about a
tower.
thousand and something dollars. Then you have
Uh
to
huh.
buy. You have to buy the because we had to buy his separate. You have to buy
Wow.
the screen separate.
Yep.
And it comes out to be.
Everything
And
is separate.
then for his birthday, he got a gaming chair.
Lucky.
That's comfortable and shit. And
Lucky.
so he probably we probably spent probably close to 2K on him this year.
Yep. That's how we do.
But that was an investment into his future also, because that PC not only can run any game that he chooses to run, it can also help with his schooling, his
I
GED, all
just would
this
say,
other
can't
stuff.
he? Can't he do coding on there? He could probably code his own game from there.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like, so it was also an investment into his future. But
Hmm.
so now with that, now we can get, that may have been it really expensive, but then now you look at it, next birthday, next Christmas, we could buy like $50 gift cards,
Right.
stuff like that. So it's not gonna be as expensive as it was the year before.
And oh,
And we
honey,
all split
thank
it.
God,
It
Grand
was
Theft
all a
Auto was on.
well, we had splits too. You got to think about it. We split it between folks, so it wasn't all on one person.
Yep. That's how we do too. Hmm.
Hmm.
That's
Everybody
how we
came
do
together.
too.
Everybody came together to get the one big gift. You know what I
That's
mean?
it. That's how we do too, honey, baby. You can't be telling them all our country secrets now.
Hmm. But
Down here, family sticks together.
yeah, so basically, you could get grandparents, aunties,
Yep.
uncles, if they want to
Yep.
get them something. Say, hey, we all putting in on this big ass gift right here. You want to put some in on it
That's
and
it.
put your name on it too?
That's it. I'm telling you, that's how we do. We had to do that with my little cousins. They got some high and expensive jewelry from Dillard's. You know they high as hell there. And I think it was the earrings and necklace. And my mom was like, put my name on it, and my mom gave towards it. Because it was they older girls. It was an expensive gift, and shoot, nobody knows what them girls like more than they mom.
Hmm. But I'm just to get off here. I just wanted to do that little thing, and then
Oh,
I gotta
okay,
talk to
sis.
Creole about her stuff, and she
Okay.
gonna call me after her live. So,
And
but
thank you, and I love you, and thank you, and I'm gonna jump down, and because I gotta go uptown myself today. Oh, I hate going uptown, but I gotta go
I do
uptown.
too, girl. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make probably later today or something. I'm gonna make a little flyer or something for
Okay.
that situation, and
Yes.
you know, and then I'll start putting it up on the show, and I'll send it to you to where you can put it up on your community wall, and I'm gonna
Yes.
throw it up on mine too.
Thank
And
you.
that way, if somebody wants to donate out of the goodness of their heart, they can do so.
That's it. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, sis.
Huggies, love to
Huggies, I love
you.
you. And tell my nephew and my bro, I say, what's happening?
I will. You know I will.
All right. I'll talk to you later. Thank you once again.
You welcome, boo. Ain't no problem.
All right.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye. Bye, y'all.
I want to say thank you to everybody who showed up today, everybody that showed out, anybody that hit that like button. You know, I thank y'all for every single thing that you do or have done. Whether you hit, you know, the cash app, the like button, became a member, you are a member, anything. Because that's why I was saying, sitting there trying to tell y'all, like when you know, I'm thankful for everything, every bit of support. Just sitting here chilling with me. I want you to know that you are loved today and all days, and thank you for always supporting me in any way, shape, or form. I'm gonna go see what's happening on the streets. I know that for some reason Bertha May pushed hers back, and so did Creole. I'm like, damn, hope they go live faster. But I just want to send love to all y'all. You know, if you feel it in your heart, you know what I'm saying, to bless the church lady and her children, you may do so. We're not telling you to put yourself in no binds, baby, because your real life come first too. You got to take care of you too, and bills and life and I know people sometimes can't afford to financially support others. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, you know, thank you all so very, 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 very much for everything that you do. And I love each and every one of you. You're my beautiful angels from the skies above. That's why if you become a member of mine or even just being here chilling in the subscriber box, you my angels. That's why my watermarks and stuff say angel. And it's Charlie's Angels, because that's what y'all are to me. And I love y'all, and I will see y'all on the streets. Huggies. Thank you to the replay gang and the bushwashers. And even the haters. At least hit the like button. It's free 99, you know. Bye. Love you all. Huggies.
I'm from the TUPELO. I'm breaking my hood, so love I'm gon' show from the TUPELO. I'm breaking my hood to the day that I go from the TUPELO. I'm ripping my hood, so love I'm gon' show from the TUPELO. I'm ripping my hood to the day that I go.
I'm from the west side, we don't need no introduction, this was the best ride. We all big boy rolling and holding, come take a test drive. Hilldale, Evergreen, Glenkirk, Outer Street, bending every corner on the west, and that's where I'll be. Sunroof back, Captain C banging down 1800, chunking up the deuce to my post slanging down on 1800. Show no love to the ladies that's training round on 1800, making time stand still, crystalline swinging down on 1800. Watching out for them rubberheads that be stanging round on 1800. Big rims and low pros be blanging round on 1800. Better completely change the way you're thinking about round 1800. Really hate to see you boys get left slanking around 1800. Out the street got some history, just let Captain C lay it out. If I don't finish it all on this one, let the second verse break it out. Remember the blue war promising OG standing back there by 60 deep. Bull walking, tall blue, a big Anthony Hughes and Pee.
I'm from the TUPELO. I'm breaking my